Is my mic plugged in? Is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
Is that how you're opening this episode?
No. Welcome back. Just when you think Christmas in July is over, we pull you back in for one more episode.
Murray Commander coming through there.
Murray Commander?
Like Cobra Commander? You kind of got into a gargly voice there.
I'm sorry about that. I've
That's
had a
okay.
rough week, Griff.
It's been a while.
been a very
I
rough
brought
week
you
for
some
me.
cake just
You
in
did.
case. You smashed it
I
like
love
an
grabbing
infant.
those cakes.
Yeah, well, I know how you feel about cake, man.
Griff, we have nothing to talk about. You know what I have to talk about?
There's lots to talk about.
You know what I have to talk about? There's a new, the Joker movie.
Yeah.
It's coming out.
It's going to be one of the greatest psychological movies ever.
We gotta talk about the Joker movies. I am very saddened that we live in a world where there's so many young men that relate to the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, to the Heath Ledger Joker, to all this like nihilism. I understand the appeal of nihilism when your life sucks, because my life sucks too. But I say, if there's any Joker you need to emulate, Griff, it's the Cesar Romero Joker. That's my Joker. He enjoys life. He's laughing constantly. He's challenging Batman to a surf competition. That is a Joker you need to embrace, young incel men.
That's the one that
Cesar
got
Romero.
me. That's the one that got me. Still got my cough. Oh, man. I like that because, yeah, it is fucked up to be looking at a just like complete mess of a character and be like, that's my Joker right there.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
relate
guy.
to that guy. I'm saddened for people who relate to Joker.
That's
it's not a
not-
good place to be.
It's not the point of the movie. Like, you're
No, you're supposed to go, I don't want to be that
I don't.
guy.
I want to do the things to not be that person.
Right.
I
You want to be Bane. You don't want to be Joker. Bane is all about punishing the rich fat cats.
Exactly.
And enjoying life.
Breaking the
Having
spine.
having a handicap, but not letting it hold you back. Just wear your breathalyzer mask for eternity.
Yeah.
And getting on with your fucking life. Growing up in a prison.
Yes.
And still seeing the bright side of life. Going, I don't need to hurt my fellow man. I need to hurt the people in power who deserve it.
The people that actually do hurt people.
Vote Bane 2024, people.
My
Write
God.
it in.
I'm writing it in. I already wrote it in. I already got my mail-in ballot.
Yes.
I
made 2024.
I made my own custom ticket, so it's Kamala. God damn it, I already did it. Kamala.
It's Kamala. Kamala.
Harris.
It's an
and-
Indian name, I believe, Kamala.
What's up?
She's half Indian. It's an Indian name, I believe.
Yes, she's like half Jamaican, half Indian.
Yes, she is.
That's intense.
She's a melting pot in herself.
All right. You ever had a Jamaican pie?
No, I haven't had a lot of. I don't think I've even had jerk whatever.
Jerk chicken and
I don't think
all
I've
that,
had it.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if I've partaken of the Jamaican.
Yeah, partaking of the Jamaican. See, guys, if we planned out our opening, we never would have
We
got
had
to
absolutely
partaking in the
We
Jamaican.
had nothing when he pushed play.
Yes.
And look at us.
Look at us
Pulling
fly.
it from the heavens. Gold.
I do have to
Rumpelstiltskin making gold from that straw.
I do have to throw out a couple things.
Okay, that's good.
Because the great sociologist, the greatest professor of all time in space, a couple weeks ago.
I only subscribe to one sociologist, Matt Sos.
Yes, of course. It's that sociologist.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, I came to this podcast and great. What was I? I was harmed.
Stress?
Distressed. Yes, there we go. And one of my issues was that I tried to get down to DIA. There was some kind of bullshit happening, and I just wanted to see Les Samurai, some kind of French film. That's all I knew about it. I was driving down there to see it, and Matt took up the sale. He was just like. He took up the signal like Batman in the 60s and said, I got to help Griff out. He sent me a copy of Les Samurai.
That's very nice of you, man. You don't deserve friends
We
like
really
Matt
don't.
Sosi.
We
You
really
don't
don't.
deserve. You listening? You don't deserve Matt Sosi.
I had
But
it-
you're gonna get him anyway.
Had a tear in
We
my
need
eye.
to get more of the old gang back on.
Yeah,
if
we
you're
really
listening,
do.
old gang.
Yeah.
I talked to our buddy Stuart recently. I was like, Stuart, we got to get you back on Miami Vice, maybe. He's like, Murray, anything.
Anything?
And that's what I like to hear.
Chuck Norris.
No, he hated that last
Yeah, I
Chuck
know.
we did.
I know. We really put him.
I want to get our weapons master back on. It's coming, but we got so much good shit planned. Schlocktober is just around the corner.
Do you hate that summer's almost already over?
No, yes and no. I hate it because I'm making a lot of money right now.
Yeah.
And that's where I make the majority of my money. But at the same time, there's nothing else about summer I like. I don't like heat. You know one thing we don't talk about that I really fucking hate about summer? Bugs.
Oh, I hate bugs so much.
Fucking hate bugs. I feel bad for anyone who lives in the southern region where it's 30 or 65 days a year you get
Just bugs,
bugs.
yeah.
Because at least they leave us in the wintertime. But I hate them flying around your face. I hate them biting me. I hate them crawling on me.
Oh,
I
my
fucking
God.
hate bugs.
I agree with that so hard. It's like I want to go hang out in my hammock. We've actually had a couple days here that were really nice, but it got just like steamy enough where all the mosquitoes are out right now.
Oh, the worst of all bugs.
And so I was out there for like a second eating my popsicle. That's how you eat popsicles, people. Jack Battler definitely eats his popsicles this way. You put on your short shorts, no shirt, you get outside with your bomb pop, and you got a fucking town.
You seductively slurp and suck upon the
I hang out on
sickle of pop.
I hang out on this fence right here, looking out towards the street. So
You got your Lolita shades, the heart shape that you borrow from Joe Coleman.
that's right. I always just lick on the old lollipop. That's right. That's how you eat a popsicle, people.
That's what I'm
But
talking
bugs, you're right. We have like 2 to 3, maybe like 2, 30, 40 days of the year in Michigan where it's just perfect, where we're going out, our fall, and then like
Well,
our
it wasn't like
spring.
that always. When I was a child, we had 4 seasons. But thanks to something called climate change, it's just either hot or it's cold now. We get no warm days.
It's fucking shitty.
If 70 degrees, partly cloudy, so you're not just getting beaten with the sun. Perfect.
I hate getting beaten in the sun. See, I love the ocean. But you know the bad part about the ocean?
Sharks.
1,000% exposed to the sun.
Yeah.
I hate
That's why
that
I don't
part
like
of
the
it.
beach.
Yeah. So I don't
I
like the beach, but I love the ocean.
It's weird how our wetness quotient's kind of weird because I don't like getting wet. I like moisture in general, like wetness. But you're the opposite. You like it dry to the taste, but you want to get wet.
Yeah.
I don't like being wet.
Yeah.
I don't like that sensation.
I don't know. There's probably like anti-lubricant out there, but that's what I use.
Yes. It's called sandpaper.
Sandpaper, yes, of course, sandpaper. My evening of intimacy is just
get lava soap that has like the grit in it.
Oh yeah, it's just gritty soaps. It's just a fucking lingerie made of
I repeat, we
sandpaper.
had nothing planned for the opener, and you're getting comedy gold.
Your wood is being fucking sanded to perfection.
You're doing
here.
something to your wood. That's up to you.
I hope you're not doing something to your wood at this
I've
point.
heard many people pleasure themselves to at least my voice. I don't know about yours, but
Oh.
yeah.
Well, that's probably true.
You're welcome. Griff, do you have anything else to say? Should we start getting into this movie? There's not a lot to talk. This is an enjoyable movie of colorful characters. We were just talking last week about how the henches suck in movies today.
Yeah.
We get great henches. We get throwaway henches that are amazing.
Yeah.
We get a guy gnawing on a chicken foot. That's his character development.
It was a chicken foot.
It was a chicken foot.
Oh, thank you. There's one thing I got to put out there. I want all points bulletin out there for everybody. I tasked Murray with this, and he has failed me 1,000%.
That's what I do.
Jeep people. What is going on with Jeep people? What is going on with the dash flare? Apparently, it's always ducks. I'm hearing from a reliable resource. It's always ducks.
This must be a Northville thing because I've never seen
I'm
that.
seeing it everywhere I go.
Then again, I'm looking in the mirror, looking at myself constantly. I don't know what's going on in the world. I just get
I don't
lost
know how
in
you
my
don't
own
get in
gaze.
accidents.
I get lost in my own gaze in the rear view.
Murray has never driven. You drove me to get my car, and maybe one
I
other
almost killed
person.
us 3 times because I kept just
Murray,
looking at myself.
Murray. Well, I want you
I
to
get in my own cock smog. I can't help it.
Ew. How does that happen?
Well, I'm admitting it naturally,
Right,
so of
but
course I'm in the midst of it. How does it not happen?
But still, it's just like that's your own supply. You wouldn't notice it. You notice it?
It's that potent, apparently. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you've seen motorcyclists pass each other and do like a little hand signal, like "What up, motorcyclist?"
Never seen that either.
What's
going
on?
on?
Are you paying attention to?
Whoa, what's going on out here? I mean, this is a weird place where Griff lives. There's a guy. Can we talk about this guy, the fucking MAGA guy?
I just saw him. He was yelling out. He was driving his fucking parade float.
Yeah, he has a parade float. He hauls it by a truck. It is. Are they all? I don't remember what they look like. Do they look like Donald Trump?
Oh, I don't know if there's any facials of Donald Trump on there.
But there's like 4 or 5 mannequins.
I don't remember mannequins. I haven't got a good look at it recently.
I'll remember it's blasting MAGA to the tune of YMCA. And this guy just goes up and down the streets. Can you imagine how empty your life is? I can't imagine being gay for any politician, first of all, let alone Trump.
No, it's a very sad place to be.
Yeah. Like get ostracized by my family because of my love for some fucking guy who wouldn't even piss on me if I was on fire.
Yes.
Yet I'm like, I'll take a bullet for you.
Right.
I don't get that mentality.
I think I recently learned that he actually has disabled people in his family, and he basically told them, yeah, you should be dead.
We said, why not just let them die?
Oh, why not?
There's a little more, tender.
A little more political about it. Yeah. You know, he's got that political flair now. Why not just be not alive?
Yeah.
He used unalive. Yeah. He's woke.
He's working. He's learning.
I saw him.
Changed him. That's an Asian attempt. Changed him.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Kinder, gentler.
He's kinder and gentler. But I was driving down the street, and he's got a megaphone now that he's just talking into now. God is good. Trump loves you. Trump is God. That's what I heard. Not all of that might be accurate, but that is what I heard. I'm ready now. Jeep people.
Jeep people.
I saw the Jeep people extend their hand out and wave to each other. The Jeep people are getting into a weird territory. Keep an eye on them, everybody. That's all I want to say.
What you mean, mecophilia? Is that involved with it?
Murray? I think
people fucking Jeeps is what I'm asking you.
I think it's mecophilia.
I'm still reeling from the massive number of white women that want to fuck dogs.
Yeah.
Now you're telling me, I'm assuming this is white people too, fucking Jeep. White people, what's wrong with you? Why are white people so fucking creepy?
We're so weird. And you know, when we brought up the mecophilia thing, what was that, 2-3 years ago?
There's a lot of black dudes into foot fetishes.
Yeah?
I think that's a 50-50 thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I do want to say, when we brought up the mecophilia years ago on the show, people just started sending us Hot Wheels. Stop it. We're not into it. Yeah. You're not going to convince us.
What do you want us to do with it?
Is that where it starts? With Hot Wheels? I don't want to know.
Were you ever into Hot Wheels? I never cared.
There was one Hot Wheel that came out when I was like 11, and I wanted the track, but there was a computer in the Hot Wheel, and so it would tell you how many times it went around the track.
Wow, it's very high tech.
I played with it once, and then I was like, I don't like Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I guess I should. It's weird being from the Motor City to say that I don't give a fuck about cars.
I'm
dreading in like 2 weeks from now. Is that when the Dream Cruise happens?
Oh, Dream Cruise is about to happen. Right in between us.
Shuts down the fucking road. The main road that I have to actually cross to get here. Yep. So you should be grateful.
We got busy weeks coming up, too.
We do.
We're going to be slammed.
Yeah.
But
we're still going to come out. That's the thing about us. We still deliver.
That's right.
Whether you want to hear it or not.
You're going to see Jeep people when you get, you're going to see them.
I hope not.
You're going to see them.
Bloodfight, which, by the way, is totally not a ripoff of Bloodsport.
Mm-mm.
Not that it has Bolo playing a character named Chong Li in it.
Yep.
That's purely coincidental.
Purely. Came out a year after Bloodsport, people.
The year after, 1989.
Correct.
Because I had to check. So which came first? There's so many similarities.
Yeah.
Usually it's the round eyes that steal the fucking ideas. Yeah, the gualos, as they say in China.
Oh.
Because this takes place in Hong Kong.
Thank you.
Which I think, isn't that where the Bloodsport takes place? The Kumatai, didn't it take place in Hong Kong?
Yeah, I believe it did.
Yeah.
Didn't they make people say mate in Kickboxer? Do you remember that? I was watching something. I
don't remember.
And people were fighting, and he was saying, say mate. And I was like, I think that's Kickboxer.
It might be.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. We didn't prepare this.
People are shocked. They're thinking we're reading a script. So it just flows. But Bloodfight, it's got the great Bolo. I'm glad to see Bolo. I can't remember the last time we had him on the show. I think it was our Paul London shoot fighter. We saw Babyface Bolo.
Yeah, he's learning how to shoot.
He's back to being a villain.
We got basketball in this movie too, though.
We do too, yeah.
Yeah. But I told you guys a story at the end of last week's episode, how we ended up with this movie. And I woke up and I said, I need Bolo in my life. Or no, I was driving home. And I said, I need Bolo in my life. That was what it was.
Saw some in a Jeep and said, I need Bolo in my life.
I need some
because they had probably Bolos hanging from there.
Yeah, there was a cow. It was a cow. That might be the new code. The ducks on the fucking Jeeps might be the new code.
What color were the ducks?
Oh, they're always like neon.
Is that? My sister claims that old gay guys still do the bandana thing. I don't buy that. There's Grindr now. You don't need to do bandanas. Or maybe it's like a retro thing.
I did see at the RNC a lot of Republicans had bandanas hanging out their back pockets.
That tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, they crashed the Grindr servers, man.
That's what they say. That's what they say when those conventions come into town.
Yeah,
all the prostitute shit and all the Grindr.
It's
shit
just Antifa, Murray. Antifa shows up and fucks that up.
Yeah,
it's just Antifa. Just blame it all on Antifa.
Bloodfight.
Antifa did it.
We get a nice. I will say there were some surprises.
I was surprised by this movie too.
So it's not a waste of time. It's on YouTube. You can watch this for free.
Right? 90 minutes. Well,
everyone
96
who
minutes.
bitches at us on YouTube, you can watch this one for free.
Jesus Christ.
When we put our review up and you bitch about it, guess what? Look at the one underneath us.
Right
It's
underneath
the real Bloodfight. Learn how to read.
The one with 100,000 views on it. That's the real movie?
The one with 6 is ours.
Yeah. Fucking Christ.
It's 6 views, you get 20 downvotes. I don't know how that works out, but that's YouTube for you. Algorithms.
Algorithms.
We get some fucking fantastic henches. Not even important to the plot.
No.
But your eyes are just... Your eyes are having an orgasm looking at these people.
Yeah.
They all look different.
They did a better job of this movie on... a 1/32 the budget of Beekeeper. They did more with the B story in this movie than the B movie did.
Yeah. Which apparently you guys who are people want
these people?
Want us to do more modern. I think people love negativity. That's the thing.
I've been telling you, we need to just sprinkle one in there every 4th or 5th week.
Okay. Well, there is. I told Griff about it. You guys aren't going to hear about it till September. I got an idea, and there will be a recent movie in that month. Came out within the past 5 or 6 years.
Yeah,
it's going to be very interesting. We're going to do a first. Oh, it's like, what first can we do? We've reinvented the podcast, but yet I come up with another first.
We're the Frank Zappa's a podcast thing. It's like when you think that you can't.
We are the mothers of invention.
Exactly.
The motherfuckers of invention.
They're just like, you can't fucking change your scale right now in the middle of this song. Then bam, we do it. And you know what? The lead guitar, we broke it. Now it's a lead sousaphone.
Sick.
That's what we do. That's my voice.
Sue Manchu's singing. You damn right she's singing.
Oh my god. We got to get her in the studio one day.
She said we need to get at least 25 million listens that aren't bots, because you're already there with the bots. Because the bots have been loving Griffness in July.
Jesus Christ.
We got hammered. Apparently, Stuart, tell me, Rossendale, the town in England who loves us, or it's just bots?
Since they use this word, I will use it. Are they just a bunch of cunts over there? That's a big...
Wankers. A bunch of wankers.
Wankers?
Yeah.
I thought they just loved the...
They love saying cunt, too, but they love saying wankers as well.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not really in the vocabulary around here. You don't just hear people throw the cunt word around.
We need people to say cunt more.
We need to
bring about that. Maybe that's another thing Trump will do for us. He'll bring cunt to the national.
I will say it right now.
His Kamala is a cunt. Cunty Kamala.
His only chance of getting the presidency at this moment, I'm feeling confident in Kamala. Trump's only chance.
Shaking in my boots.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope we didn't lose some right-wing listeners with all this political talk. We usually stay away from it, but I like democracy. I don't know. Call me crazy.
Call you crazy. Democracy.
I'd rather 4 years of some mediocre person than a lifetime.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Griff, let's get to this fucking movie. My fucking week has sucked. I need to end it on a good note. Let's do this. I'm throwing to you because you got to throw to the trailer.
Everybody, we're coming in this movie. We're getting some blood sport-like action. We're getting heroes with names that might be confused with other people. So we're going to try to, give them some unique names to identify them. Hot gangs, sexy lady, I should say. Nagging girlfriends. There's Adrian-like characters. Adrian from the Rocky series. There's 2 Adrian women in this movie.
Yeah. Well, you're not a champion until your woman doesn't believe in you.
Exactly. So, this is a movie for the men. The men with nagging women in their life.
No, this is a movie for everybody.
It's a movie for everyone?
We have at least 2 women listeners, so it's for you too, ladies.
Okay. I'm doing the worst job of throwing to the trailer.
Well, this is why I do it. This is why we have the dynamic. You're the opener. I'm the closer.
You see, you've always told me off mic, Griff, you're the bad guy. Some days people will realize it. And I have just said, women, this is not the movie for you. You suck. Walk. We need to start using cunt more in this. I have just completely
I've been saying it for years. I don't know what it is about the deep voice. People think I'm a villain. No, I'm the hero. I love everybody.
It's the hero. All right, everybody. Bloodfight. We're getting our knuckles dipped in glass, and we're coming out of this trailer bloodied and ready.
Put on those sleeveless gloves.
Don't even do that. I'm throwing to the trailer. Don't fucking interrupt. I got nothing. Trailer.
Is there a trailer to this?
Stop it!
You can cut that out.
In the martial arts, there is only one word for the ultimate test. Kumite. The illegal fight. The secret fight. The blood fight. There are many ways to fight. Any style is allowed. There are many ways to qualify. Just possess the potential to win. There are many ways to survive. There are no rules. There is only one way to win. Be the last fighter standing. The blood fight will be held in the Orient, the island city of Hong Kong. A city as mysterious as the force that draws the fighters together. Those who are chosen must possess the power. The discipline. The desire to win. The will to win. To endure. Each fighter goes to this arena for his own reason. At this level of competition, it's no longer a sport. It's a blood fight. From Enter the Dragon and Bloodsport, the ultimate fighting machine, Bolo Yeung and the fighters of the Kumite. Blood Fight.
1989. I remember that year well. Hong Kong.
Was that the year you had the rat tail?
No, I've never had a rat tail.
You didn't tell us you had long hair at one point, right?
No, I've never had long hair. For a brief moment, it might have been 89, I think it was 90 or 91, I did try to grow out a Misfit-style devil's lock. It was more reminiscent of Danzig on the cover of the Sam Hain Initium album.
Okay.
Like, it was like full bangs. I didn't have like the skinny.
You didn't, yeah.
Full. I came to my senses and I cut my hair. But no, I've always hated long hair.
I
don't like the feeling of hair.
I don't like the feeling of hair.
Which I guess is good because I'm losing my hair.
So, are you into like a bald woman then?
No, that's different. It's like I said, Griff, life is all about double standards.
Yeah.
But no, I like hair on a woman.
Okay.
On the head.
I just like how you clarify
on the head. Bush is good too. I like a little Bush. Aside from that,
Okay, we've officially chased all the ladies off.
no, maybe we brought some in.
Oh, maybe we did. I think with you saying it, it might have brought them in. If I said that, I like women with bushes. I think that's what's his name? Gilbert
A
Gottfried.
well-trimmed bush, by the way. I'm just saying, you want it. It's like topiary. You want it well trimmed.
That's a fun word, topiary.
Yeah. Well, this movie's fun, Griff, because we're 1989. We're back in 1989. A young 15-year-old Tim Murray. How old are you, 2? You were still shitting yourself in diapers?
I was still... No, I learned how to use the bathroom at 2. I mean, this is beautiful because we're getting credits. We're getting the street shots of Hong Kong. We're seeing, very much like some of our other Jean-Claude movies have done, you're seeing the fighters come into Hong Kong and how they stick out in a crowd. You notice that?
It's reminiscent of Enter the Dragon's beginning.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
it was the beginning, but remember there's that scene in Enter the Dragon where Jim Kelly shows
Yep.
up and they're all in those boats.
You're right. I feel like that's the start of a lot of these kind of kung fu
Well, because
movies.
every one of these movies is a ripoff of Enter the Dragon,
Yeah.
featuring Bolo.
Bolo. So we're seeing like a sumo guy
Of
being
course,
carried
he's
around
got the
on
kimono, rickshaw.
Rickshaw,
We
yep.
see a giant Indian man with
a
a
Raja.
turban.
According to his pants, he was Raja. IMDb could not
We
identify him.
see Asian Mr. Clean. There's a bald guy with a hoop earring.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like an old school pro wrestler.
And they're coming in town for the great big world championship of free fighting. This is above ground. This is televised.
Yeah.
So
And,
this
but
isn't.
look at that audience, too. When we see that audience, did you notice what kind of
I didn't see
clientele?
Frank Dux because he only shows up for the underground fights.
That's right. Frank Dux is completely underground.
Dukes, I guess.
Because he's a libertarian fighter. He's like, I don't want the government getting any kind of tax money out of me. So he's always
We
underground.
get a nice opening display of power of Dimmock.
Yep.
Because this is another throwback to Bloodsport, where we see the brick on the bottom getting shattered.
We see multiple feats of strength.
Is this Kai doing this? Our hero Kai?
I didn't even notice because they have a blinding light above the fighters and they're shooting from underneath to get the shot of like the bricks breaking. There's ice blocks at one point.
Yeah.
One guy's bobbing for charcoal and molten lava with his
Guy
face.
blows up a hot water bottle with his lungs.
There's
Did you
just,
ever
like-
see that? Remember those? Is this still? We can't have any Christians listening to this show. If you are, shame on you. Do you remember there was these Jesus freak weightlifter guys? I don't know what they were called.
Oh shit!
I actually saw them. We had an assembly at my school. I saw this live.
That show Workaholics did a bit about
Yeah.
that. I didn't know it was real.
Yes, I saw it in person. Where they would break they would bend the fucking bars,
Rip a
rip
phone
a
book?
phone book in half, blow up a hot water bottle with it's like if I don't do it right, all the air will go back to my lungs and my lungs will explode.
Oh my
all that
God.
build up.
Amazing.
And they were breaking ice blocks.
But they
all
know
that
how to
shit.
explain the danger
Yeah.
of the situation
Right,
and get
because
the kids
Jesus will
invested.
protect them though. Because
Yeah.
it was total fucking propaganda.
Bullshit, yeah.
Christian propaganda.
Wow.
The one Christian girl in our class loved it. She probably had her first orgasm watching this.
Oh my God. She's only into buff guys for that reason.
Yeah.
They're all treating her like shit, getting her high on, like Elizabeth. Poor old Elizabeth and Lex Luger. That might have been Elizabeth. That's Elizabeth's story.
Okay. Anyway.
I'm talking about Macho Man's wife, Elizabeth.
Ooh, yeah. So we're at the World Championship of Free Fighting, the 1980s. This is very confusing for me, but
Yes.
we will explain.
They go for some unique, well, not really unique, but they go for some challenging storytelling for a movie where most people's English is
Very
second.
reminiscent. I think this inspired Tarantino. His way of
His storytelling, we're in the
Yeah.
future, we're in the present, now we're in the past, now we're caught up to the present again. That's what we're going to do here.
So we see a close up of our man Bolo. The pecs are glistening with pec jelly.
This director knows what people want to see.
So, like I alluded to in the opening, if you could get through that mess, his character's name is Chong. Even though IMDb says Chang Li, it
Yeah.
is Chong Li, which gee, I wonder where that came from. Yes, it's the same Chong Li from Bloodsport. Obviously, he's in hiding. He's been shamed by getting his ass kicked by Jean-Claude.
In the Kumite.
Frank Dukes.
Yeah, that's right.
So now he changes his look up.
Right.
How do you do that?
I don't know. What draws the eye away from the face? A skull tattoo.
Yeah, forehead tattoo of a snake, a cobra,
And guys,
with a matching bicep cobra tattoo, the exact same. You got 2-for-1 deal.
this is his fucking logo. He's got the snake gym down the street.
Right.
That's the logo
it's
on
power
the snake
branding,
gym.
dude.
Yeah.
Now, I've always said, if someone has a face tattoo, they're obviously mentally ill. Now I'm changing my tune. I think, because Bolo, well, I still think everyone besides Bolo. But did Bolo, is he the guy who brought this to the world?
He must have been.
The forehead tattoo.
It's either him or Marilyn Manson. Wait. not
Marilyn Manson doesn't
Charles Manson.
Oh,
Charlie
yeah,
Manson.
he did have the swastika first. So we'll probably get kicked off YouTube now for me saying that.
Just saying.
But yeah, so it's a whole new Chong Li. He's reinvented himself. He's like, I'm a face tattoo guy.
Right. Guys, guess what we just did? We got through 10 minutes of this movie in like 3. We're making great pace. All right, we're starting up the jobber matches. We're already in a tournament play because this is back in 1987. Remember, movie?
1989. This is 1989. See, it gets confusing. This is the 89.
Oh, this is still 89.
Right.
Okay.
We're going to get a flashback to 1987
Okay.
coming up.
So we're still in 89. We're in the present day. We're watching some jobber matches. We got Yellow Pants. I know. Interesting name. But I will tell you.
Was there a character named Black Panther? There was a black guy. I swear in the
I did not
voiceover
notice.
they called him Black Panther.
I did not
All he
notice
did
that.
was take hip tosses. That's all he did.
Oh, he was the guy Kai fought?
Yeah.
In the,
I'm
judo
I'm
outfit?
sorry. I'm assuming because he was the only black character that he is Black Panther.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. He did do the Wakanda fucking salute.
Yeah. Was that it? It was like you were churning butter.
Well, I got my hands full with like a.
You got your. Oh, isn't it just that? Isn't it hands tied?
Yeah, it's that.
Wait, how did that become the Black Panther? Anyways,
I don't know.
Yellow Pants is getting slapped in the face by some guy with blue striped pants. This is all this movie's giving us. We're not giving names here. Loses is cool, starts beating the shit, just tossing the guy around, and Yellow Pants finishes it with a straight kick to the guy's face.
I don't remember. Is Yellow? No, he's not. Yellow Pants is not Kai. Because I remember
No,
what
it
Kai
isn't.
was wearing. Which
No,
I'll get to at the end.
Kai for the first few rounds is pretty badass. He's wearing leather pants and a leather jacket with no shirt. I'm lying.
No. So why are we watching Yellow Pants at all? What is he? What is he?
Just
what's the
because
purpose?
it's an action movie. It's been 10 minutes. We've seen people walking the streets, rickshaws. We see more rickshaws than fighting.
Well, I think we're building up because we got to show off our colorful characters we saw in the beginning. So we got to say Yellow Pants he's pretty badass, but not as badass as Sumo Pants.
Sumo.
So he's fighting the sumo guy, and he gets fucking smothered. He literally smothers him with his dick.
Yeah, so you see...
Well, he can't see his dick because he's so fat, but we're
the
assuming the dick area.
What's it called? The Samoan family, Rikishi and everything from wrestling, they all got this move, but Vince said, we can't do that. I'm an ass man after all. Flip it around.
Bump.
Yeah, exactly. That's where that song comes from. All right, so we see that Sumo is the better man here.
Yeah, he smothers the guy with his dick.
Yeah.
And
Ronnie
then
Garvin
he
style.
does the bonsai drop. That's what it's called.
That's what it's called, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
Now we see our hero Kai.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I'm a round eye. I haven't been around.
What did you
I was
say it was?
confused.
Was
I
Yellow-
actually had to go, Griff. Who's the star of this movie? Because
Yeah.
there's Ryu. Am I pronouncing it right?
Ryu is how it's usually
Ryu
pronounced.
and Kai. And I was like, which is which? Who is who?
Yeah.
But I got it about 45 minutes into the movie. I figured it out.
I got it 45 minutes
Because
into
no
the movie.
one is called by a name in this movie. In fact, half of the people,
Millie-
3/4 of the people don't have names.
Millie gets a name.
She does get names. So does Susie.
Yeah, Susie
But
gets to, yeah.
none of the bad guys get names but Chong Li.
Man, I shouldn't have scared off all the women because this movie does have an emotional roller coaster.
Ladies,
And
come
women are
back.
into that.
Come back, ladies. I'm
Come
talking
back.
to you in my
Come back.
sexy
I'm
voice.
so sorry. I'm so
Back.
sorry.
Come back to me.
I'm working on getting everybody tank tops. I mean, come on, that's cool, right?
All right, so now we see Kai, our hero, destroying. We see him the ranks. He's ascending the brackets.
Yeah.
Did you bet on this, Griff?
Of course I did, Murray.
Okay.
It doesn't matter that it happened, 35 years ago. You could still bet
Started
on
licking
it.
your lips as you were watching those brackets.
Murray, I'm up $60 this week.
We see a shot of the crowd. We see. I didn't notice because I don't see color. There's a lot of white women apparently in this crowd, Griff. A lot of
Very
gualos.
diverse. Gualos, thank you. I was trying to ask you about that. I had so much fun.
And then we see a very well put together Asian woman with Asian Tom Bosley. It was Mr. C.
Oh,
and I don't
Asian
mean
Tom
Chinese. I mean Cunningham. And he's much older than her. Shouldn't be with her at all. She should be with Kai if you think about it.
Murray, what are you saying here?
All right, next we see Raja. Was that his name?
But again, we need to talk audience because this is very
Audience?
important in a tournament movie is to talk about the audience because sometimes you see it's just business people. It's just women in short
tournaments
dresses.
have mascots. Is there a mascot for the fight? Even
Yes,
the Olympics
we saw
has
it
a
in this
mascot.
movie.
Okay,
Because
what?
remember when we had the fucking guys, we're gonna have a great scene we're gonna talk about later. Bodybuilders everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But there was one woman who stood out, and she was kind of like a jester of the whole scene. She's like a young Jim Cornette. She was taking photographs, but then she was awesome.
She was in the beginning too.
I didn't notice her.
Okay.
Actually, no, I did notice her. She was doing some gags on the side,
Okay, that's good.
juggling and stuff, man.
So, is that what? Do we need anything else about the crowd?
Oh yeah, we just got to talk about it because it's very diverse. It's not just suits. It's not just like
One thing that brings people together is people getting pummeled. It unites people. Watching someone get the shit kicked out of
But
them.
think of what happened.
We all
with
love it.
But what happened to it today? Think about who's going to MMA shows today. What happened?
Bros.
Why
MAGA
did it?
bros.
Why?
I don't know.
Everybody used to go to these fights.
Yeah,
now
we love
it's
that.
just
I
bros.
don't even watch it anymore.
You don't even watch it
No,
anymore. You don't
no.
want to be a part of that
I
bro
don't want to
cult.
be a part of that.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. So now we see. He said his name was Raja. His
Yeah.
trunks were named Raja.
His pants were called Raja.
And
I don't know his
you
name.
And he has a turban, so we're like, he's Indian, obviously. And
He
he's
was
fighting-
wearing basically scrubs. It looked like he just took his shirt off.
he didn't have a good look.
He had an
Yeah.
awful look. Yeah.
He's fighting a guy proficient in monkey style.
Who is
He had an interesting look. He looked like he'd been up on a fucking crack bender for fucking like a week. They
Yeah.
slept in a week.
I will probably have to get you the shot of this guy when he rips a chunk of Raja's.
Riff, there's so many gifts I need you to get me from this movie.
Well, we might actually have to sit down after we're
Okay.
done here and get
Yeah.
that because
not that anyone's gonna pay attention.
I love
to him, but
when Murray will just be
will.
like, Griff, go find in the movie when this particular scene happened. Yeah, just search through the 90 minutes. Find
I
it
know,
for me.
fuck.
You do it sometimes. You're very good about it now. You have not done that to me in a very long time.
Monkey Style is holding his own. He's evading the guy because he's tall and slow.
Right. He gets in there real close, Monkey Man does, jumps up, gets caught like a baby, but then like climbs around on the back of Raja's shoulders, and then Raja thinks he got the better when he like throws him away. But
Until he notices something. He looks-
well, I don't know why he talked like that. That's not me, everybody. That's the movie.
I'm glad you brought up talking because most of these movies, these Chinese movies, Hong Kong movies,
Chinese.
Chinese,
Shutties.
are dubbed, and I'm like, maybe that's a good thing because this movie is not dubbed, and there are
It's-
at least a couple actors. English isn't their third speaking
Susie,
language.
looking
Our
at
hero
you.
Kai.
Kai.
They're obviously speaking phonetically. There's
Yeah.
no way they know any English.
Yeah.
They're just being told by the director, talk, like say this word, and they're just saying it. I mean, they're giving it their all. I'm not shitting on them.
Oh, yeah, no.
But it's very difficult when you're a Gualo to
Yeah.
understand what the fuck they're saying sometimes.
This is definitely going to be one of the most rewarding movies that we have done. Where if you watch the movie and then listen to us, you're going to have such a fucking good time with it. But unfortunately, people are just going to throw this movie away.
Raja is missing something.
And we get this beautiful cut down to Monkey Man. And he is like a drag queen now. He's got his eyes, like you said, they're like...
He looked sunken.
He looked sick. Like,
he's like in a Misfit cover band or some shit.
there we go. Better. I'm so sorry, drag
Yeah.
queens. Yeah, he looked like he was in a Misfits cover band. He had some interesting shit going on, and he's got a chunk, a fur ball of hair.
Yeah, I'm like, pubes? Where did that come from? Because they are curly.
And it looked like he ripped off Trump's head. You know,
I'm thinking, yeah, he just ripped off this guy's pubes. No. big little circle in the center of Raja's chest is missing.
Continuity, though. That hair was gone the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I was great. I mean, they could have just shaved it, but why did they have to do prosthetics? It seemed like they could just shave a little hole.
I know, right?
He insisted, no, you did not cut Raja's hair.
All right, so
And he blows it at him like a kiss.
Exactly.
And that enrages Raja.
So Raja is tossing him around, tosses him out. He kicks. He's so tall. He kicks one of the low-hanging lights, and that gets the crowd into a fervor.
Yeah, that was like a real time filler scene there.
It was.
We see them slowly crank up. There's one light that's just dangling down. Literally, his head is hitting it.
Right.
Why was it there?
They're freaking out. They're like, oh, my God, we got to get this light up. And next thing you know, Monkey Man's being, like, thrown around everywhere, and Raja wins, guys. I don't remember how it ends.
He just throws him out of the ring and destroys him.
All right. Now we're introducing Bolo Yeung. He will be referred here on, forth as Snake, but he is called.
He will be referred to as Snake, Chong Li, and Bolo. I guarantee you. I'm going to call him Bolo probably throughout the movie.
Yeah, okay. But his name in this is supposed to be Chang Li. It is Chong Li, clearly by the audience.
Not a coincidence at all. It is a coincidence. Coinky dink. That it's
maybe they didn't like the crowd noise of Chang Li, and so they just took Bloodsport Chong Li chants.
I don't know, but he's taking on the sumo.
And they went full modern wrestling with this, because all the modern wrestling women, this isn't me, this is these wrestling women. This is their thing. There's a competition to see how much of their bottom ass cheek they can show off in modern wrestling of women. And the camera guys always get that undershot. And that's this camera guy's been training for that his whole life.
Very underhanded shot, if you will.
Because he gets under this sumo. So he's not seeing any sex here. He's just like, he knows the ass
where
shot
they're basically in a sumo clinch. And is
sumo
Bolo like they're right on the apron, the hardest part of the mat?
Yeah, the hardest part. Well, the sumo comes out and he does, the sumo stance and the one leg
Chong
thing.
Li kind of like mocks him by doing a mocking version of the stance.
Yeah, and we're going to explore what the fuck's going on with Snake here in a little bit here. But he seems to be having a little too much fun with all of this. That's the hint I'm going to give you. And so, he steps out and... Okay, guys, Bolo Yeung, as I talked about last week, is 5'2". He is 265 pounds, the perfect weight.
Perfect weight.
You might have to use some substances to get to the perfect weight at that height, but he's got this fucking jack little body, and he's
very
like,
stout, very Danzig-esque.
Yeah, and he's just like, I can sumo a sumo. And so, you're right. He starts getting pushed around and everything because he's playing the sumos game.
So they're like going. Because I guess if you get thrown out of the ring, the fight's over with. Because they're teasing that. Because they're right on the edge of the fucking ring.
Is that the fault of this movie? They never explain the rules.
No. Yeah.
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 So he's right on the edge.
But then he goes, an idea. Diaper. And he grabs the fucking diaper, unwinds it, and smothers the sumo guy with his own diaper.
Right? Is this a babyface move?
Well, no, he's the villain. He's the ultimate villain. He's Bolo Yeung.
But the crowd is going wild for him.
And people love a fucking heel, dude.
He's like...
It's Moxley.
He's like Bugs Bunny. He's just like goofing on everybody.
He did safety pin the guy's shoulders to the mat. That was kind of funny. And he got in drag for one moment. I don't know what's up with that. And now I see it. All right, so he goes on next. He faces off against Raja.
That's right.
And he gets the old Game of Death boot to the chest, where we get the print. He gets a boot print, not a footprint. A boot print, red.
Boot print, yeah.
And he's like, I'm fucking Bolo or Snake or Chong Li. Take your choice.
Take your choice, yeah.
I'm going to fuck you up now, big guy.
So we're seeing this, and then we cut to someone in between them in the audience watching them. It's our hero, Kai, and he's got this just forlorn look, just like, it's my destiny.
It's intense.
It's intense. And
2 years. 2 years ago. That's 1987, if you're keeping score.
That's the year your humble host, Griff, was born.
Yes. Kai, watching a tape, an old VHS tape of his glory days when he was the master of the kumite.
That's right. He was the fucking guy. And look how sophisticated those fans were back in the day. Suits, ties, fucking bowler hats,
Monocles. Canes.
All right, no.
It was a
riffraff.
Mr. Peanut Fest there, people.
It really was. This explains why a character and her, boyfriend or husband or whatever were dressed to the nines. They're old school. Fight.
It's when they allowed the gualos.
Yeah.
That's when the T-shirts and the fucking cargo shorts and the flip-flops
It's
came out.
just like how it's happening over there, and I don't know where it's at in Spain, but apparently Spain is revolting against tourists.
Yeah, they're sick of the tourists.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
So he's stuck in the glory days. He's like the guy who was the high school quarterback. He just can't get over it. And his wife, Susie.
Did you notice? I'm so sorry, Murray. There's this new look that like young ladies are getting into right now where they have like the cloth overalls that they cinch up. That's what Kai was wearing here. White shirt with like a cloth overall that he cinched
Well, aren't
up.
all overalls cloth?
I guess, but it's like usually you see him in
Cotton?
blue
Are
jean.
you talking about cotton?
Yeah, sure, cotton.
Okay.
But yeah, usually you see it's like blue jean, but
Denim,
this is
yeah.
like, yeah.
I did not notice that.
So Susie comes in, has to look at her fucking sick ass boyfriend or husband. We don't know
It's
the
her
relation.
husband. It's her
You know what?
husband, 'cause she said, "I'm glad I divorced you later on."
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And she comes in, and this is okay. I would never be emasculated about this. I don't mind a drink here and there, but if you're drinking this much, you're a sick person. But she
We have a
completely,
problem.
yeah,
Yeah.
sick. I would say you're sick if you have that kind of alcohol addiction, because that it's not gonna affect me, but it is gonna affect somebody that I think Phil likes, and this is again why we don't like Phil around. Well, I don't.
You
like
don't
Phil.
like Phil. Phil,
I guess
love
you
buddy.
like Phil.
Maybe we'll get him on next month. I
Maybe.
don't know. Anything can happen in the
Maybe.
world.
We got to
of
settle
Golan-Globus
some
theater.
heat. We got to
We
bring
might
that-
have. Maybe we'll have a guest on every week. Griff is losing his mind right now when I throw that out there. But,
So Susie comes into this room, completely emasculates a certain Ginty character from a certain fucking movie where he tries to fuck his
is
sister.
it impossible to emasculate Ginty? He's
anymore
already
than
practically
he
a
already
woman.
has been? I really don't know.
There ain't
But
nothing hanging between those legs, buddy.
somehow people fail upwards, Murray, and that is Ginty in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Susie comes in with Johnny Walker Red Label tucked under.
Really? I thought it was J&B.
No, I wish it were, Murray.
Yeah.
I wish it were. Tucked under her armpit with the fucking 16-ounce glass. She tips it with her. She lifts her shoulder to pour it. That's how just nonchalant she is.
Yeah, she's holding the. Well, no, she just slams it into the glass.
Yes.
And this pulls it up as it drains
She
out.
did that all while it was tucked under her armpit,
She-
though.
and she made that farting noise too with her, but still can't do. I almost broke our chair.
Are you
sitting in.
okay? Do you need
Yeah.
the backup chair?
No, we're fine.
Oh, okay.
But
and
yeah, I
she-
still can't do that. Can you do the fart noise with your armpit? You did it. Jealous, so jealous. Can't do that.
The day I learned how to do that when I was like 7 was the greatest day of my life. But yeah, and then I think I got the still shot of this because it makes me laugh. I'm gonna get the shot of Ginty with his thimble, his little bird feeder, his little goddamn hummingbird feeder shot of whiskey. He had in
We're
that one
talking about
movie.
white fire, people.
Oh my god, what a sick motherfucker that Ginty. So yeah, Susie's got.
I'm not being racist. This is exactly how
Sorry,
they talk.
yeah, everybody.
You need to get a job.
Maybe sell your dream and pay your way to fame. I didn't get that.
And he just ignores her. He's enraptured with his old fight tapes.
Well, how do you everything is crumbling around him. He's not the fighter he used to be. It's a young man's game, fighting is, of course. He can't get back in there. He's old. He's too old for this. She's going on and on about him getting a real job. We've all heard this before. You gotta get a real job.
I have a job. I teach fighters. That's not real job. All right. Cut 2. Hooligans in a Jeep. How many ducks do they have in a row in their Jeep?
14.
I was enamored with the gang. I saw none of the Jeep. But we
You didn't see
see
the fuck off on the back of it?
I did not. I really
Yeah,
did.
they
I was,
spray painted fuck off on the back.
Well, that's actually how But what?
Because
Punks
they had
did,
like a
though.
legit army Jeep. They didn't have one of our fashion Jeeps that we have now. And on the windows, the little windows they have, they painted a skull on the one.
Of course they did.
And the other was just like a circle with a cross through
Was
it.
it? Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know.
Colorful as fuck. Let's break these gang members down. We
Okay.
get red suit guy.
Okay, and
he's the chicken gobbler.
He's constantly chewing on a chicken.
He's got
leg.
anime eyebrows.
Yeah, like he has some stylized people. He had really thick eyebrows, and
Groucho Marx level eyebrows.
Yeah, he's got them like trimmed so they've got an abrupt end and they kind of escalate upwards, outward. Oh man,
He
got
has
look.
a red. It's not. It's
White
like
Eddie Murray.
what?
Eddie Murray, the comedy set he did where he wore the red leather suit.
Eddie Murphy. First of all, Eddie Murray was the Lions kicker for most of the 80s.
Damn it.
No, it wasn't leather. I didn't think it was leather. I thought it was just a red suit.
Oh, maybe it was. I thought it
But it
was.
was all red. No, he had a red. It's not technically a mohawk because it was on the top.
Yeah, it was just.
It didn't go down the back, but it was a mohawk basically. Constantly gnawing on a chicken foot. That
Yeah.
was his thing.
And giggling. He was the giggler.
Yes.
So he was kind of the jester of the group.
We have one guy. This is my favorite guy.
Mr. Clean.
I think so because he had no hair.
Yes.
His eyebrows were shaved off. He was
Yeah.
the opposite. So he was he had alopecia. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Cosby sweater.
He had a Cosby sweater
It
on?
it wasn't totally full on Cosby, but it was a sweater.
I didn't remember with the sweater, so
Yeah, he had a sweater and with a crew neck.
Right.
And acid wash jeans, but this was the kicker. That's right. This is why he was my favorite. We'll call him this.
I would say it's a little cheeky as opposed to a kicker.
Well, you'll get that joke in a moment because he had the back pocket cut out of his jeans and like, so his butt cheek was bared, all right, but it was literally like he just cut the pocket out,
Yeah.
and he wrote in Sharpie on his cheek, "Don't touch." So he is the ultimate cock tease because like he's like almost inviting you in, and then says, "Don't touch."
Yeah,
Just look. You cannot touch.
that's right.
Then we had a guy who just had multicolored hair. He had like short hair,
That's
but
right.
it was like
I
multicolored.
was trying to remember the other ones, but they really don't shine like the other two.
Yeah.
Those were clearly like we studied under Al Leonc. We know how to be extras. The other guy was just like, I'll just have kooky hair and just be
Right.
quiet. And then our fourth
Finally,
guy.
our gang leader.
That's right. And I'm sorry to a certain friend of our show. We don't actually have a name for this character, so we went with his acting, like the name he's credited
his
as.
credited role is gang leader, but he deserves more. He deserves a name, and his real life name is Stewart. So we're not throwing shade at our buddy Stewart.
No,
That's
not
just
at all.
the name, because we're not saying you're this guy. 'Cause this guy's horrible.
Well, as I thought about it more and more, I was like, Stewart has told us the tale of his youth.
Yeah.
And he told us that, he ended up just piecing out of his house at 13, traveling across all of Europe. He said, I wound up in Asia for a while. And I like to
learned
imagine.
martial arts. Yeah,
I
all
like
that.
to imagine he ended up in Hong Kong for a little while there. And he was really into denim and sleeveless gloves and black shades and slicked back hair. And I was like, yeah, you know what? This could be Stewart.
Yeah. Okay.
And he dropped the accent, of course.
This
and got an
character
American
is
accent.
Igualo. He's a white man. Gang leader, Stewart. Okay. If you're familiar with modern wrestling, AEW to be exact, he is the embodiment of a character by the name of Orange Cassidy. He's
Yeah.
wearing the Canadian tuxedo, all denim, big white tennis shoes,
Yeah.
sleeveless gloves, hair slicked back, blonde hair slicked back, shades.
Ugh.
Now, if you're a little older, I will say, and this is most of our audience, and you're not familiar with wrestling at all, he looks like Falco, German sensation, the first white guy rapper. Doesn't get credit for that.
I've never heard that name. And I know
Rock Me
many.
Amadeus. You know Rock Me Amadeus.
I think so.
You think so?
Murray, I just played,
By the way, I just wanna say-
played Harry Nielsen for you.
He was
I've never
torturing
heard
me
that.
with the whitest music I've ever heard. Harry Nielsen, music for people without a personality. Here's a quarter. Go buy yourself one. Falco, Der Kommissar. Not only was it rap, it was rap in German. You know how hard it is to rap in German?
I've been there. I've talked to Germans who rap.
Technically, he's Austrian because I don't want to besmirch the good name of Falco by saying he's German.
Yeah, you
Germans,
gotta
ugh.
get that fixed, man.
But he looks like Falco.
Okay.
who, by the way, was on. We used to call back to a young Murray's youth. We used to have our own version of Soul Train here in Detroit called The Scene.
Oh, okay.
And it was on Channel 62.
I,
First channel to ever be owned by a black man. First television station to ever be
so
owned by a
that
black
wasn't
man.
a CBS affiliate at
No,
the
no, no,
time?
no.
Okay.
That was
That's what it is now.
Early 90s is when they became. It used to be Fox 2, used to be CBS.
Oh.
And now everyone's like tuning out. Who cares about this shit? But no, it was called The Scene.
Okay.
Sugar, sugar, salt to salt. If you didn't get off today, it's not my fault. That was their line.
Oh,
And they turned
fuck.
Detroit at 6 o'clock. From 6 to 7, Detroit became Geek Town. Because that's when you got geeked up. And then after 7, it went back to Detroit. It was Geek Town for just that moment.
What the fuck is... I'm so
The Scene.
sorry.
Look up The Scene, everybody. Detroit, The Scene.
I like
Hosted by
this.
Nat Morris.
Matt Morris.
All right. Anyway, so...
Our punks...
I just want to say Falco appeared on that show. I think I left that out.
You left that out. You did.
Falco did appear
All
on
right.
that show.
Our punks recklessly driving that Jeep with their little fucking neon ducks, waving at all the Jeep drivers that go amongst them, and they're just knocking over.
They're like in a
apple
market,
carts.
like an outdoor, a wet market, if you will.
Is that what they call a wet market?
Well, no, wet market's where you get the livestock and all that.
This
shit.
is kind of like a bazaar. It's got all
it's
the
a
fucking
fruit market.
It's a fruit
but
market.
it's outdoor.
You got Instagram models out there taking
I'm waiting. I'm like,
pictures.
oh my god, fruit stands. They got to get hit by this Jeep.
Gotta get hit by-
No,
yeah.
they just stop. They abuse some fruit.
That's right. They steal an
Of
apple.
course, a guy does the international thing of paying me by putting his hand out and going, money, money, money. And that's a callback. He does it later on in there.
Was that the same guy?
Yeah, it was the same guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That got me so good because I was like, everybody in this town, money. So
Well, also, not only are they stealing, we get a little test of strength. We get to see how badass Stewart is.
and we get to see how badass this local teen is too, because he just stares Stewart in the eyes.
I thought he was one of the gang. Was it just a local teen? I thought they were. I
was
thought they
it
were
color hair?
I thought it was color hair. I thought
might-
they were demonstrating what Stewart could do.
Oh, maybe it
because
was.
he puts a bag of beans on his shoulder, like boombox style.
Yeah.
And then Stewart, wha-pow, like kicks it and breaks the bag without messing up the fucking the goon at all.
Yeah, explodes open. Fucking red jumps off the hood of the car onto the beans. Bounce yourself.
So
And
I'm
he's
like,
pratfalling.
Kai's gonna kick this guy's ass. This
Yeah.
guy's totally a villain.
We don't even know Kai's there until the camera
Yeah.
zooms in on him, and he's got this just distraught, but yet he's just like,
Hey, it's your fault if Millie starts barking.
that's a good call.
Mocking clap, and this heads into his dojo. I thought it looked like a building under construction. Like they
Yeah.
were like a high rise.
Yeah, it looked
because
like
his gym is like on the roof of a building.
Yeah, it was like a terrace, I think they called it.
He has one student who's just doing curls.
just curls. Guys, you got to work out more than just the curls.
Susie's back. She's like, I found a new job for you. And he's just fucking staring off into space.
Yeah,
I think he's reading the paper. or
He's
something.
reading the New York Post, and he's like, "Did you hear that they're making the kids over in America urinate in kitty litter boxes?" Joe Rogan's favorite.
Oh. Okay. So she's just berating him, Adrianing it up on him. He's ignoring it. And they're clearly in a loveless marriage. And then,
Was it just? Wait. Okay, we've always said you have to love or you have to hate before you love.
But when you hate and then love and then hate,
It's bad.
it's the reverse. Yeah.
It's the bad. Okay.
Yeah.
So they've gone.
If
back
you
to
love
hate.
someone at first and then you're going to grow to hate them. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're in love with someone right now, it's not going to last. I'm just saying it.
Hold on, we got to put that in context again. So if you got into a relationship based on love right off the bat,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Love at first sight, you're over.
It does not exist in Murray's world.
No, it doesn't.
Lady
it
in the
doesn't exist in the real world.
Lady and the Tramp is bullshit to you.
Did you see how it ended?
No.
Tramp pushed her in front of a car.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So we see a guy. There's like
dark.
a ladder on the side of the building, and our man Stewart is climbing up. And oh my god, he's gonna challenge Kai. This is fucked up shit. And he's like, this place is like, is this guy's second language English? Because he was so bad.
Yeah.
He was like speaking phonetically. He's like,
Right.
this place is a dump.
He pushes the one guy doing curls over, goes over to the news, Kai reading his newspaper. What do you want with me? I want to take you home. I want to take you home.
to take you home. Because he was always like straining with his words.
Yeah,
like
you're right.
Like he was taking a shit or
His
something.
neck was all like you saw every vein in his neck anytime.
So we're like, oh my God, this guy is going to learn from Kai. But Kai is a good guy. What the fuck's going on here?
It's the
How
most
slow he sank that he's going to teach a fucking gualo piece of shit.
This is the most bizarre transition I may have ever seen in a movie because we've already established that Kai's TV is in his living room.
Yeah.
He has moved the TV and the tape player into the kitchen.
Oh.
He's sitting at the kitchen table drinking.
Forcing Stewart to watch the same fucking fight tape.
I would say force, you could say force, but Stewart was loving it. He's like, wow, are you going to teach me all these moves?
If I learned these moves, I could kick anyone's ass.
And so we get a little cut over to
see a
Susie.
big slow zoom in of a Dear Masahika letter. We've all gotten a Dear Masahika letter from a woman in our lives, Griff. It happens.
It happens.
Susie
everybody.
left him, and we slowly, it's like on a bed, light right beaming right on the letter.
Yeah.
Zoom in.
You could say a moonbeam was lighting it up. That's a Harry Nielsen song for you, piece of shit.
She wants a divorce. And he's going to give it to her because he's through with this woman. Next morning, Kai is training Stewart. They're jogging. They stop by the local noodle shop. I wouldn't feed this shit to my dog! It's like, come on, dude. Show some, respect to the culture here.
Right. And the guy's just like, is this your new student? Why did the chef speak so clear English? Anthony Bourdain was here. Who the fuck is this? What is he doing?
Then some character named Mr. Hank is he the guy that shows? Is he
that was
Mr. C?
Jack.
No, it was not Jack. It was Mr. Hank.
Yeah, no, I thought that's what you were gonna say. Was that Jack later?
No,
Because
I'm saying
confused the two.
is he Mr. C in the final fight? Not Mr. Chinese, Mr. Cunningham. Is that the same character?
Oh, just with
because
maybe.
he's upset with Kai. He's like, Susie wants a divorce. What the fuck are you gonna do about that?
Oh, you might be right.
And look at this piece of trash. How low you fallen,
Is this
Kai.
your new student? Look at him. Sleeveless gloves, slicked back hair, glasses, doesn't
Doesn't sell for shit. The fuck? 185 pounds at best.
Ew.
You have sunk. I am so disappointed in you, Kai. You have sunk so low.
All right.
Now we're back. We're training. We're sparring. It's the one student versus Stewart, and Stewart is pummeling him. He's fucking taking liberties with him, kicking him in the balls.
That's right. And Kai is just, you see him kind of wincing like, am I doing the right thing here? I want to win. Do I want to win this way? So he's kind of having the Karate Kid effect here. It's like, do I want to win this way?
So while Stewart's training, what is his gang getting up to? Why, hooliganism?
They don't have a leader, so it's just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck would they be
They're just
doing?
set loose like a pack of dogs.
Well, they're going to look for the weakest of the weakest prey. A child, an elderly woman, and a teenage girl selling
and bakers. 'Cause they're
buns.
Selling buns.
Yeah.
And bread, too. And they're gnawing on those buns.
Yeah, again, Baldy, Mr. Clean, he goes in there and just fucking grabs a handful of those buns and starts just gnawing on them. And chicken legs, just picking his teeth as usual. Colored hair is just giggling.
Did you notice he actually painted the fingernails on that chicken foot?
I did notice that. It was interesting.
Yeah, you can see that on Laserdisc. You probably can't see that on YouTube.
I'm surprised you missed a few things there on Laserdisc, but hey, you caught that scene. That's important.
It was to me. And Mr. Clean rubbing his bald head on some chick's buttocks.
Oh, yeah.
And then a young girl pops up who will not have this nonsense.
Right.
wearing that cliche pajama outfit that you see, you know, Asian people
martial
wearing.
martial artists wearing and everything.
And I was expecting her to be like a character in this movie. No, because she handles these guys.
So what happens is Red comes over and grabs this girl who we'll call Chung Li by the shoulders, and Chung Li is just like fucking. You could see it's irritating the fuck out of her, and you're like, this girl's gonna bust out of this. What is Mr. Clean doing? Rubbing his bald head, starts at her feet like a cat, rubbing his head, gets up to her ass, rubs his head all over her butt cheeks and shit.
What a hypocrite. He's all about don't touch my butt. As Griff vomits into a rag. And he's like, I'm going to touch yours.
I know. Wasn't that in the most intrusive way ever? I don't know. Okay.
Is that a thing?
We got to leave this
Is that
up.
a thing? Rubbing your bald head on someone's butt.
I know, right? According to, I don't know, I heard that somewhere. I think it might have been on an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? I think I heard Kyle Mockery or that bald guy say, like, all the women love it when I rub my bald head on them. Yeah. But is that more intrusive than just getting, like, touched on the butt? If some guy rubs his head on your butt?
Yeah, because your face is there.
Your face is there, yeah. Okay. So he's rubbing his head all over her tush, and she's like, look, I know you want the tush, but you can't. What's our ZZ Top song?
Tush. I was looking for some tush.
I'm just looking for some tush. Okay. Yeah, but she's not giving the tush. So she fucking tosses him back and starts delivering fucking kicks. She's taking him down.
Until Stewart hears this. He hears his goons in peril. So he walks down. You're not bad for a woman.
So he's descending. She's ascending the stairs. Looks like they're going to have like a real fight. You might get to see that Stewart isn't really that far along in his training or something. He just fucking haymakers this girl.
Teeth go flying.
She goes flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, after you've beaten a woman, what are you going to do? You're going to celebrate. So you go to the local pub. You get some IPAs.
That's all right.
And they're having a good old time. They see a lovely lady with her boyfriend. Just having a nice brunch, if you will.
Yep.
And they got to harass him.
Of course they do.
We see Red Suit picking his teeth with that chicken foot.
That's good heel work, man.
And then the boyfriend's had enough and pushes Mr. Clean down. I think he pushes. I think he pushes Red Suit down. I had to put this in there because maybe you need to put it in because he goes, "Hey man, fuck you! Hey man, fuck you!" It stood out for me, so I had to write that in our notes. They've had it, and so they follow the young lady and her boyfriend into the back alley, and they are going to fuck them up. And even Stewart's getting involved. Or no, Stewart's not. He's with Kai. Because they just happen to be jogging by, right?
Yeah, this is where we get the second, because they ordered drinks and everything.
Well, no.
And
Stewart is with his goons.
Yeah, no, he's with his goons.
Yeah.
We see that after this whole kerfuffle happens, he's like, you think you're so fucking tough protecting your girlfriend? So they let them run off, get a head start. And then it's like, are they going to stay back to pay their bill? No, they're going to walk off them slowly, Michael Myers style. And then you get the second emergence of that. Apparently, according to you, that guy had a full head of Hulk Hogan hair, so I didn't see the same vendor that you saw. Money! Money! So he's yelling that at the game because they've been drinking.
I didn't even remember him doing that scene. Because I know later on there's another money scene.
Yeah. This was a different guy. It was the bit throughout this movie, and you missed it. Man, for Laserdisc, you were...
my world's a lot...
Hey, you went through a lot when you were watching this movie, so you're excused.
So Kai just happens to be walking by that alley, and he sees his student attacking a woman.
They are literally holding Ryu down and letting Stewart just pummel the shit out of this woman. I mean, he throws a couple punches.
And Mr. Clean's rubbing his bald head on her.
Oh, right. He's getting a full frontal with her now, though.
But her boyfriend's had enough, and he's handling these guys.
Right.
He's kicking Stewart's ass so much to the point where Stewart goes, "Master! Sensei! Help me!" And then Kai knows this guy. He's had enough of this guy.
Yeah, you see Kai, he's kind of like doing the algebra of the whole situation. He's looking down. He's got this woman who's just had a bald head rubbed all over and everything.
Got bald marks on her.
He looks up at Mr. Clean. You know what? I don't know if he was that disgusted by Stewart's acting, because he's vicious. He might win a fight or something. But when he sees that bald-headed geek rubbing all over that woman, he's like, no, I can't. This is Stewart's friend? No,
He
fuck
slaps
that.
Stewart in disgust. Shocking
throws
Stewart.
him.
And he helps Millie up. This is the girl's name's Millie, and her boyfriend's name's
Ryu.
And he apologizes. I'm sorry for my student attacking you.
Where did you learn those moves?
And Ryu just walks away. He doesn't even want to. He's like, hey, thank you, but I'm out of here.
Yeah, I don't actually practice, so I don't know what you're talking about, sir. And then we go the next morning, and we're watching a man do. Would you say these are some good technique layups?
No. Well, I guess for a Chinese guy. But it's an interesting shot. We're getting a downward shot. I always hated rims that didn't have a net.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about how people abuse public bathrooms. I also want to talk about people. You know, the city is nice enough to have outdoor basketball. Maybe this is a ghetto thing. I don't know. This is my experience. So they're nice enough to supply basketball courts for the young youth to play. And what do? They immediately rip the fucking rims down, hanging on them, rip the nets off to the point where they got to have those. You ever play basketball with a chain net? You ever seen those? They got to put those fucking chain nets up, which suck.
You don't like the chain net?
No, just get a net. I want to hear that. Nothing but net.
I will say, they have those nets mic'd up for the NBA, and when you hear that like crisp swish, it is so satisfying.
Right. And he has no net. I don't
Not
like it
even a
because
chain.
sometimes you can't tell if you scored or not. You got to have the net. That's the whole point of the net.
Yeah. They could have like a bamboo net or something, man.
He's doing some pathetic finger rolls. He's just like
Pathetic.
layups. He can't. Asian men can't jump. We know that.
We know that, but still, it's like you weren't impressed by it.
But no, apparently a college was because he gets a scholarship. Apparently,
he did have a scholarship. Yeah.
And so he's doing some layups, doing the fucking layup drills.
And then we get, behind him as he's taking the basketball back. We see that Kai's there just watching him. We get the zoom in. Ryu comes over to be like, I think the ball knocked over to Ryu, or he passed the ball to Ryu or Kai.
No, the ball goes to Kai, yeah.
Yeah. And so Kai's like, I'm going to train you. And Ryu laughs at him. No, you're not. And so Kai does a super secret move into the ball.
It spirals toward him like a cannonball.
It's
knocks
very interesting.
Ryu
technique.
off his feet.
Right.
And he's like, you need to be my student.
You must understand. I have a scholarship to school, university. I'm going to be basketball star.
No, you have the moves. I will teach you to be the best. I refuse to give up on you.
All right, guys. You knew it was coming. I told you it was coming. Rocky flares are happening.
More like
now.
stocky. Because we get a
Stalking?
stalking montage.
Yeah.
Where Kai is stalking Ryu everywhere he goes, but there's whimsical music playing, so it's fun stalking. We get a shot where he's in a restaurant, Kai pours his tea for him.
Mm-hmm.
That
was great because he was looking away, and then he turns back over, and it's Kai pulling.
Ryu's taking a pee. Kai's holding his dick for him, shakes it, puts it back in.
Dabs it. It's dab. It's not a shake. It's a dab.
And he's just like, nope, sorry, I'm not going to fucking train with you.
That's right.
So later that night, Ryu and Millie are out on a date. Ryu, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And he is like, don't worry, baby. I know enough to protect you. You do not have to worry about that gang.
Okay, Murray, do you mind me doing this?
I don't mind you at all.
Oh, that's the sweetest thing you've ever said to me. So they actually introduced another character into the movie. I didn't put it into the notes. But do you remember the manager? Because apparently Ryu works at a Bowen.
Was he the man? I thought he was just a waiter. I thought Ryu was a busboy.
At one point when I was watching it the second time, I heard him referred to as manager.
Okay.
He has no name. He's just manager. And Millie goes to manager later, and manager shows up to all of Ryu's fights later.
So because Ryu was a busboy at a restaurant.
And
or a dishwasher or some shit like that.
Yeah. And so Rio's like in the alley, like vomiting or smoking a cigarette or something. And manager comes out there and is like, hey, are you really good at fight? He's the only one who speaks clear English. Are you really good at fight?
No, Millie she probably was American, but she spoke perfect
speak good English. Yeah.
You didn't, because it's good English.
What did I
say? Speaks
say?
well.
Oh.
Speaks English well.
Oh, Marie. I tolerate you, Griff.
Yes.
But yeah, so we learned here that he's like, oh, are you actually gonna go learn how to like fight with this man? You can be a badass? And he's like, look, I want to know enough to protect Millie, and I have that. That's all I need. And now we go over to the date where he's explaining it. And he's like,
they're in a park. You know what happens in a park besides guys fucking in the bushes. I think we saw in Cruising.
Yeah.
A lot of violence like we see in every Death Wish movie.
Exactly. So he's explained to Millie, I told manager, all I wanted to do with my martial arts is be able to protect you. I just want us to be safe so we can have a happy life together. And she's like, that's so romantic.
Just as they say that, we get a great little scene of our hoods popping up out of everywhere.
We see a switchblade. I think.
That's Stewart has a switchblade.
I thought Thriller was about to start up.
I thought Beat It was going to start.
Beat It. Oh, Beat It. Yeah, of course, Beat It.
We see a chain get whipped across like a handrail from Red Shoe.
He thinks he's about to get a blowjob in the park, but no, he's about to get assaulted in the park.
And they get assaulted, and he
tells Millie to run.
We cut away. She gets away.
Yeah, Millie.
And then we cut away, and we're like, obviously he kicked her ass in the fucking alley. He's gonna do it again, right? Next shot, we see a bloody hands clawing at Kai's house.
Yeah, apartment.
Yeah.
So he's at the front door where the buzzers are and everything, and he's trying to get in there.
Kai opens up. Oh my God! Brings him in. Pouring fucking pure alcohol on his wounds.
Right. TCP, he's got all of it. He's pouring MSG on the wound because that's something. And Kai just comes, Ryu looks up at him. Sensei, teach me everything.
I have to be enough strong for my woman. No! I don't think so. The shoe is on the other foot. I will not teach you.
He turned into fucking Ivan.
One stock deserves another. And we get a switcheroo. And now Ryu is fucking stalking Kai.
Sensei Kai, yeah.
You want revenge? I will not teach you.
I didn't write down all the fun bits. Was there any fun bits you remember to bring up here?
It was almost the exact same thing. Like, it was like, Kai, I didn't remember one where Kai is like denim shopping. He's like feeling that acid wash jeans.
Yeah,
and then he looks over and we see a little coy look of Ryu. Like,
Ryu is trying on the denim jeans, giving him the thumbs up. Like, you're going to want these, boss. They're so fucking good.
So finally, he relents. He's jogging and Ryu is chasing him. He's like, all right, come on.
Ryu was just waiting. Yeah. And Kai comes by and waves at him. Let's go.
Because he's like, and then they're having a heart-to-heart at the table, and Ryu's like, I no longer want revenge.
Yeah, they're in like a mountaintop restaurant or something, and he's asking him, over tea, of course, why do you want me to train you? Do you want it for revenge?
I no longer want revenge. I want to learn. And then he's like, well, first thing, I have to show you my fucking tape that I make everyone watch. And he does. Now we cut back to Kai is like at his dojo cleaning up, and Ryu's girlfriend Millie shows up, and of course she's Adrian it up. She's a classic Susie. She's like, I hear you're gonna train because we're doing her voice because she speaks perfect English. You're gonna train Ryu. I don't want that. I don't want him in this world of violence that you're from. Stop, please. do not train my boyfriend. I cannot promise. Ryu enters. And he's like, hey, look at my new kicks. And he's showing off.
He does this amazing thing because we missed a bit of that opening training montage where he's doing his weighted sandal squats up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just completely glanced over
was that not in the? I don't even see that in our notes.
Oh yeah, you skipped over it.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's an important thing because we
gotta talk about that.
we get. He's got metal sandals.
Yeah, 8 kilograms apparently.
And they show it because they show the bottom of the shoe. You see dog shit in there and everything. And he's doing squats made to hop up steps.
Like frog hops.
Like Rocky going up the fucking library steps.
Exactly. Again, the shades of like Adrian and Rocky and training a new Ute. We get some sparring happening, of course. You gotta have some
He's made to like just hold this foot up in place
Flamingo
with the weighted
stance, yeah. That's very hard to do without a weight. Breaking boards, but we see he can't really break them.
Breaking his knuckles.
His knuckles on him. So when Millie shows up to tell Kai, like, you got to stop training him. He is not a fighter. He's a lover. I've had 2 intercourses with him in the last 2 years, and they were okay.
Is that what you call it? Intercourses?
That's what Asians call it.
Okay. I didn't say that. YouTube. So he's like, hey, he is an own man.
Kai does the respectful thing and says nothing. Ryu shows up, high kicks a bag, and then picks up a weight and starts curling. Girl, let me tell you, I'm a man. I'm going to learn to fight like a man.
She runs off crying.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of a man, Chong Li is at his gym, the Snake Gym.
Right.
Branding people.
Our boys are in attendance here.
Giving a nice demonstration to all the media because they're excited for the next World Championship of free fighting.
He's wearing a Kurt Hennig singlet here.
Yes.
He's got some new flair in his hair, I think.
He's got some beads and a little like side rat tail. It looks like the first Phantom Menace, those little battle ones.
I can't remember what they call them. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And he's just destroying these jobbers.
They're sending one at him. He won't even allow the press to be in the same room. They're behind fucking bulletproof, soundproof glass.
Right. They're not allowed in the Snake Gym. They're allowed to look.
Yeah, they're allowed. He throws this jobber into it. His face gets all smashed up. Blood smears all over it. Cleans off his hands. Send me more. Reynolds, Lopez, you're up. 2 guys in fucking beach bum wear step up to fight him. Like, man, they are jobbers.
Meanwhile, Kai and Ryu are watching this. They're on the other side of that fucking window.
Yeah,
and we hear a huge gulp.
Yeah, Ryu's getting rattled by it.
And he is terrified, which he should be. This is fucking Chong Li, dude.
So he takes off. Kai, is behind him. We see, of course, that Snake does just fucking handle those jobbers. Right. And we just cut over to a new training area.
We're in the gym.
It is basically the beekeeper's barn, except what it should look like. There's water dripping everywhere. It looks disgusting. He's still got a few sheets up, but they look like shit. And there's a punching bag. Ryu's going to town on it, but then he just collapses and starts crying.
He's holding a headband in his hand. What is that?
Why are you crying? Are you afraid that Snake is going to murder you?
I'm very afraid. As he holds his headband. We're like, what's going on with that headband?
What's going on with that headband?
It was my father's. He was a great martial artist. I had my first. I was only 6 years old. With my first fight, I had to fight a 9-year-old.
That's 3-year difference.
I was terrified, but my father gave me his headband. He put it on, and I'm no longer afraid. I was enough strong, and I won my first fight with a 9-year-old.
Kai realizes this is the power. This is the chi force. He takes the headband and brushes it off. Parts the hair for Ryu because he's got beautiful bowl cut. Brushes it to the sides for him.
He did. He does pull his hair back.
And puts that headband on him. Ties it tight. You are my Taya. And Kai turns and... sorry, Murray. Ryu turns and looks up at Kai. Thank you.
Next morning, more training. Ryu has pep in his step. He is fucking slam dunking a basketball now. Snapping boards like they're nothing.
That's right. He wants him to do a jump kick to break the boards, and Ryu shows that he can jump 6 feet with those weighted sandals on. And that guy goes, no, not good enough. Oh, wow, what? Take him off. Take him off.
He almost flies away. He flies so high.
Yeah, you're doing the billion dollar man sound effect there? Because that's what he's doing. He is jumping so fucking high.
You hear fucking R. Kelly's I can dream, I can fly, whatever the fuck that song is.
That's exactly what it is on the Space Jam soundtrack. Space Jam soundtrack, which I, of course, own on vinyl because it is one of the greatest soundtracks ever made. I just love this. This is where this movie, I was like, this is better than I thought it was going to be. He's teaching him secret arts of Fist of the fucking North Star. We did the live action movie. People go look.
Yeah,
go look.
We did. And we did a brief review of the anime too.
We did?
I think we did like a 5-minute thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. We watched both. I remember that.
Oh, okay.
To compare and contrast.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, he is ready, people. He's ready for the world championship of free fighting.
Right. And they go up and pray because, of course, you can't be a martial artist unless you're...
It's about spirituality, Greg. It's not about violence.
Yeah.
They're praying to the Buddha.
There's that one last shot.
I could do this move. This was like, who cares? There's a candle. And Ryu chops at it, and the wind from his hand not blow. I could fucking do that right now. Get a candle. I'm going to do it. Because I was like, that's supposed to be impressive. He just puts out the fucking... he blows out a candle with the force of his hand.
That's it. But he's that powerful. He's that enough strong now. So we get a moment where we cut over to manager hanging out in that alley outside the restaurant. Millie comes up to him, begs him, please, you got to stop.
You're the only guy he listens to, manager. And he's just like, I can't. He's a grown fucking man. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Honestly, I'm excited to see the guy fight. I got money. I got money. See, we're right on there.
Cut to the World Championship of Free Fighting.
1987.
Not 1989. We're in the past.
We're in the past, though. We're in the past, though.
Oh, my God. We just had, literally yesterday, the opening ceremony for the Olympics. Take some notes, people.
Gojira? Really?
No. This is how you open a competition. We have, I don't know what the fuck this woman was speaking. I don't think it was even Chinese. It was just some gibberish. We had like a white woman and Asian woman in jazzercise outfits, 80s jazzercise outfits.
I'm going to get you a clip of this.
Yeah. And we get a female bodybuilder looking jacked as fuck with 2 male ones on the sides. Yep. And we're like, how can it? And then we have your favorite, the fucking Asian clown, whatever, taking the photograph.
Jester.
And I'm like, how can this get better? And then I hear this.
Jesus alone, waiting for suggestions. He's so nervous, avoiding all the questions. His lips are dry.
Where's Madame Pearl?
She's so just know exactly what they think. If you want my body and you think I'm sex, come on and let it show.
That's right, people. This is the birth of Sue Manchu. She was still doing the underground fight scene.
I thought she was all the way back to the 70s. You're saying she's late?
No.
87?
No. Yeah, no.
The birth of Griff is the birth of Sue?
No, where you're getting confused because in Missing in Action, she actually was in the present. She wasn't in Vietnam.
Oh.
That scene was, because remember, it's about Chuck Norris going back to Vietnam to rescue.
Oh, okay.
So no, she is a creature. She is a child of the 80s. And she is rocking it I'm like, oh my God, how I'm just like we're watching the birth of a titan, because this is her early days. This is '87.
Right. I just
The
love
talented Ty.
I like how you paired that together, though. You got these jacked up women, the bodybuilders, the bodybuilding dudes, and then you got the titan of vocal talent.
Right.
It's such a great pairing.
Right.
It doesn't seem like it would work because her voice is so strong.
It's hard and soft.
Yeah.
It's a contrast.
Oh my God. Billie Eilish's new album is actually a nod to Sue Manchu's vocal skills.
Well, you know what, Billy? You can't hang. All right? Give it up. All right, so we're like, holy shit, this is amazing. This is a lot bigger than I thought. I thought this was some underground bullshit.
I thought it was underground bullshit too. We saw the Gaijins, the Galos, and
Gualos, yeah.
Gualos in the audience, but they
Julios,
still,
all of them.
they still put on a down by the schoolyard. They still put on a good show.
Ryu, first match, he's a born Kenshiro. He's splitting skulls with his fucking axe kicks.
People, like, I'm just like, whoa, this is not Bloodsport. John Claude Van Damme's got more honor. Ryu is out here splitting skulls Kenshiro style right off the fucking bat. Second match, Guy has got Kenshiro on Kenshiro. I've already fucked his name up. Right. He's got Ryu on his heels, and next thing you know, Ryu just jumps into the air and drops the fucking kick on him
and
again.
Millie is getting wet as fuck. She is like, maybe I'm wrong. I love violence now.
Right? We've seen this happen so many times. We saw it happen in Lionheart. We saw it happen in Shoot Fighter. We saw it happen in the fucking Lou Ferrigno is special
Cage fight.
Yeah. Cage fighter.
Women love violence. Especially when it's about them. But they can even watch it.
You know, if you don't read faces like me and Maria, of course, read faces, eyes,
reads eyes, hands,
all
whatever.
All that.
Masters of body language.
This movie is there for you because you see Kai look back at Millie, turn towards the camera, and he, finger in the mouth, flicks it.
Whoa.
That's what that gesture means. This bitch wet. That's what it means. I'm sorry.
And then, speaking of wet, he splits a skull so blood goes flying everywhere. Third match, he's fighting fucking fat old Mr. Clean from the beginning of this movie.
That's right. Now, I've been saying Mr. Clean for the bald ganger. Yeah. This is like the bald wrestler
this guy's literally Mr. Clean.
He does have the hoop earring like Mr. Clean.
Right.
Murray is doing it better, as always.
Ryu gets caught a little bit in the clinch.
Because, I mean, he's a grappler. So, of course, he's trying to draw him in close. He can absorb a few kicks and everything.
But he goes for that axe kick, flying axe kick, and he doesn't split the guy's skull, but he dents it.
Yeah, and this is where it gets really Fist of the North Star. Because you see the supposed heel connect with his forehead, and then you cut to it, and he's got this large, gnarly makeup effect that they do. Of course, practical. It's wonderful. He's got a crater in his skull, and then it starts to, swell up.
It's like out of a Popeye cartoon.
Yep, and then Kai, you see, I'm still doing
Kai gets
it.
a little mallet, goes ding, 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 and makes it go down.
Ryu is walking away, and you see the guy's head explode in the background. You are already dead.
And we're like, wait, I'm looking at the time. It's like 45 minutes in the movie. I'm like, what the fuck? We're just going to end this movie? Like, nobody's going to stop Ryu.
90 minutes of the episode, 45 minutes of the movie. It's an hour and 30 minutes.
Or is somebody going to stop him? Because Chong Li is backstage hitting the J&B. He's just chugging it.
Dude,
getting fucked up. So I'm thinking, oh my God, Drunken Master? Are we going to have some Drunken Master shit? No.
Everybody behind the scenes, little behind the scenes here. This scene came up for Murray when he's doing his notes. He's like, Griff, is Bolo a Drunken Master? Is this Drunken Master scene? No. He's just bored.
He's got to make it interesting for himself. He's such a badass. He knows he's going to win. He's like, maybe I'll do it drunk this time. So he's just getting hammered backstage.
So they step up to the ring. Camera guy does a fantastic job. He's doing his favorite shot where he's on the ground, pointing the camera up into the lights. We're getting this blaring light effect. We're looking into Snake's eyes, and he can barely keep them open. He's
well,
like,
before we get the fight, we do get the scene where Kai's like, you're doing great. He's giving him a massage. And he's just like, you're going to win this, man. But Millie, She's just like, I don't know. She saw fucking Chong Li.
Yeah, she was thinking about saying a word to Ryu, but
Right.
then she's like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. And anyways,
Now we get to the fight. Ryu versus fucking Chong Li.
yeah. And so, like I was saying, Snake, he's drunk. You were saying that?
He cannot walk a straight line. He cannot see the alphabet backwards.
It's very much like how when he blinded John Claude in Bloodsport, how he was like, you know, kind of.
Yeah.
Chung Li Snake's kind of doing that thing.
So Ryu's like, I got this.
They do a fucking great job here because Ryu is reading Snake's feet. So he sees him making maneuvers, and Ryu's like, that's my move.
Right,
That's
but
my
because
opening.
we forgot to mention one of the training techniques, Kai was teaching him, when someone strikes at you, do not go backwards. Go to the sides.
Yeah.
Use your angles.
Angles. Always angles. And he sees that Snake is staggering backwards. So he's like, that's my move. And you see, that's why drunken masters are so dangerous.
And then Chong Li goes full Matrix. He's like evading
This was
every
actu-
single fucking punch or kick.
I don't know if we ever say this was actually a cool fucking action sequence. This was a fucking cool sequence.
He's clowning Ryu. He's just dodging every single strike.
It doesn't help that Ryu is just like, you know, a 5'7" man against a 5'2" man. So it looks like he's towering over him.
It's
but
like
just,
a 6-year-old versus a 9-year-old.
Yeah. Oh my god, great analogy.
But
yeah.
Ryu's got the headband on. So I'm like, oh.
The headband really does give him a lot of weight in this match. But
It gives him power, strength.
But then you just look at Bolo and that fucking just massive strength and energy. The core. As though he's dodging, Matrix style. Hua, hua, hua. Just knocking him back. Just fucking teasing poor little Ryu.
And then he gives Ryu a little taste of what he's got and slaps Ryu down. And Ryu's like, holy fuck. Because it's been easy. It's been a cakewalk so far.
So, not bloodied up or anything. Ryu gets back up.
Because I don't
All
think
right.
Ryu had never seen Chong Li fight. So he doesn't know what he's getting
He saw him do the training against the jobbers, and that's
Yeah.
it. As far as we
Yeah.
know, that's all he saw.
Right.
So he gets the second flurry of moves and easily defended, and Ryu is slapped down.
Mouth bloody as fuck.
Yeah.
But-
And then Ryu steps back up, and this is the first time he actually gets a blow on Snake.
And that offends him. So much for that he gets a sidekick right in his fucking ribs, and he gets picked up and slammed on his neck.
So it's interesting how Bolo decided to do this, because he takes Ryu up from behind. So he's got
Gorilla
the-
presses him, yeah.
It's a reverse gorilla press, though. I thought gorilla press was when you have the chest. He's got his back up there.
Okay.
And what's interesting about this is that he just, like, kind of tosses him to a side. Bolo tosses Ryu to a side, grabs his foot, and Ryu slams the back of his neck on the mat.
The apron, the hardest part.
The apron, the edge of the apron, yes.
So he's on his stomach, dazed as fuck.
Audience going nuts for Snake, by the way. Chong Li. All their
Chong
money's
Li,
on
he
him.
knows how to work a crowd. He didn't forget. Just because Van Damme beat him doesn't mean you forgot how to work a crowd.
That's right.
So he stands over Ryu, grabs the headband, pulls it off.
Throws it. Dramatic cut of the headband. We get Millie's reaction. We get Kai's reaction.
Grabs Ryu by the chin and the
Pulls
back
it
of the
back.
head. Snap! And I'm like, holy fuck, I did not see this coming.
Very Rocky. You get Kai throwing the white towel.
No!
Millie, of course, stunned. Fucking Ryu's face is dropped in a pool of blood. There was so much blood.
Yeah, people. Ryu dies. They go to the hospital, dead body, just a fucking sheet over him. Quincy comes in. That guy's fucking dead.
You notice which side of the sheet that Millie picked up?
The feet?
Yeah.
That was what she loved about him.
She loved his feet.
And she blames Kai. This would have
course.
happened if you hadn't forced him into fighting. So Kai, one drunken master deserves another, and he gets fucking shit.
He hits the
faced.
bottle hard. He's going back home, and we know from the Stewart scenes earlier He's got that fucking food stand.
Yeah, little
right
noodle
up,
shop.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, no, man, you're too drunk to be eating noodles.
Yeah.
I'm cutting you off.
He's like, good, because I just want your booze. And he starts fucking going hard on it. What? Oh, what? If it ain't my own master.
I guess I'm lucky I didn't stick with you, Mr. Death. And
The gang start chicken foots getting in there.
he's picking Kai's nose with a chicken
That's
foot.
right. One guy's grabbing all the buns and eating them, of course. And so we're going to see that despite being drunk as fuck, Kai is ready to fuck.
Right. And he just easily destroys the entire gang, Stewart included.
Mm-hmm.
And he just stumbles back home.
Shouting out everywhere as he's stumbling up the stairs, Water! Please! Water! Please! So sorry, guys. We're just doing an accurate depiction.
Watch the movie.
Yeah, we all know how Griff do when I try to do anything.
Right.
I'm terrible. He is actually doing a better job.
I'm
of it.
destroying my throat for your entertainment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's not even Cobra Kai.
Next, Cobra Commander.
Cobra Commander.
Next AM. He's still drunk. He's just stumbling the streets, drunk as fuck.
What he does here is fantastic. He's stumbling the streets. Car pulls up.
A Rolls Royce pulls up, Griff.
People. Rolls Royce, which means something to Murray. I can see it in
It means
his
something
eyes.
to everybody. It's like a $100,000 car.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hood ornament?
Back then. It's probably like
Hood, hood ornament?
It does have a hood ornament.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it have fucking cheap little ducks on the hood?
You know, Griff, God in the Apple comes
Joe
to us in a Rolls Royce.
Murray, thank you to relating it to something I care about.
God would drive a Rolls Royce. That's how important these cars are.
Fuck. How sexy is your soul, Murray?
Very sexy. So Susie, it's Susie. She's a rich bitch now. She's wearing some fine threads.
She's got the fucking...
She ain't wearing Gucci Robux.
No,
it's straight gooch.
No, a straight
She's
gooch.
got the gooch on the cooch.
She's got gooch cooch. She's got the fucking little fucking Jackie Onassis hat with the fucking like...
How now this is where time gets weird because there's 2 years happens between Ryu dying and the final fight.
Yeah.
Is this a year later?
Who knows? This
Has he been drunk for a year?
As far as I know, this is the next morning. It's
don't
been
know.
3 days since Susie left him,
I
and
don't
she's
know.
already
Because
shacked up.
it
gooched
shows you how badass Chung Li is. He takes 2 years to train for that fucking fight.
Dude, it's a fine line between a guy.
Or is it every 2 years, like the Olympics? Like it's every 2 years, like the Olympics every 4 years?
Oh, it could be.
Is that it?
All it is, all I can tell you, is a fine line between a guy standing on the edge of a river looking like a piece of shit and a guy fishing.
Yeah. So Kai, piss stains on his fucking pants, looking like shit.
He
And she's
does-
gonna rub it in.
Yeah, he does a magic trick where he's got his hand to his mouth. He pulls away. He's got a cigarette in his mouth. Where did the fucking cigarette come from?
I'm so glad I divorced you. Now I'm rich.
Look at my clothes. Look at my car. My man's got a dick that won't quit.
Won't work because he's an old man.
Well, she's
Yeah.
Ric Flairing it.
But Kai no sells it. He couldn't care less. He just, good for you, stumbles off.
I mean, I don't even know if he's no-selling it. He is just fucking obliterated out of his mind. He's just like, yeah, paper, car, okay. And she's like, he don't fight like you do. And he's just walking away. I'm going to divorce you.
No, she's I'm glad I divorced you.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So as he turns a corner, Stu and the Jeep Boys.
It was, I don't, no, Stu was there, but for some reason, Mr. Clean was driving at this point. Not Mr. Clean, I'm so sorry. Bald guy was driving.
And they see him. He sees nothing because he's seeing double of everything.
Double vision.
And double vision. Maybe
Is
you'll open with
Is that better than Harry Nilsson?
No, barely, but yeah. I'd rather listen to Foreigner than Harry Nilsson.
I listened to that Foreigner album so many times.
Jukebox hero with stars in his eyes.
But can you guess why I got into Foreigner?
Because you like foreigners.
Because of Aqua Teen, the Foreigner belt.
Okay. Yeah, I remember it.
That was the start of that.
So at insult to injury, they run into him barely. They barely graze him.
It's the goofiest fucking scene.
They don't want
ever.
to kill him.
Yeah, they want to. Nancy Kerrigan?
Yeah, Nancy Kerrigan.
They want a Nancy
Happened in
Kerrigan.
Detroit, the Joe Louis Arena.
That's right, it did.
No longer here anymore.
I love you, Joe Lou.
And, they fuck his knee up. So now he can't even fight if he wants to get revenge, which we don't even know anymore.
That's right.
Got a giant gash. He's back at home. He's literally spitting booze on his knee.
To clean it out, everybody.
And then we get a character like we're supposed to know that just pops up.
This had to be the most offensive character for you because he's a dad. He's bald. He's got awful glasses.
Fanny pack.
Hey! He's basically
He's
clear
obviously one of those like sex tourists that's coming to Asia to have sex with children.
Shit.
He
You're
had that
definitely
vibe coming off.
No, you're right about that.
Yeah.
He definitely was. Have you never done 2 Asians at the same time, buddy?
You do 2 10-year-olds. It's technically a 20-year-old. He's a sex tourist. He's filth, Griff.
Guys, he's filth. That's all we're trying to say. We're not endorsing this.
It's like when Jim Cornette says you fuck 2 5s, it's
Yeah,
practically fucking a 10.
it's
He's like, the 10-year-old's a 20.
I wonder if we ever could interview somebody who has fuck 2 5s and be like, is it like fucking 110?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Jack. Apparently he gets history with Kai. 'Cause he was Jack. Yeah.
Jack somehow ends up sending like yak from him.
Apparently, Jack, when he's not fucking underage children, he is representative of the World Championship Free Fighting Association.
He's Dana White's left-hand ball grabber, and so he's like, well, this kid, Chong Lee Snake, he did kill your little student there, and you could still fight technically, and we could thought about maybe putting a match and bringing a
Snake Gym versus the Cobra Kai Gym.
Yeah, oh yeah, the 2 gyms. It'll make a fuck boat of money. Like, have you ever imagined a fuck boat full of 10-year-olds? Combine all their ages, and I'm a gilf lover now.
I'm just fucking with you. You suck, guy.
Spits on him, shits on his floor. Get out of here. No, I'm not gonna get you, Wata.
Cut to cemetery. We see Millie at Ryu's grave.
Millie's all dressed up. She's going there with the flowers, the brightest yellow flowers, to give Ryu
Beautiful bedazzled denim jacket.
his flowers.
She sees manager there. He is also there. She sees flowers, beautiful flowers. And she's like, did you bring these?
Yeah, she says, you brought him the most beautiful bouquet. They make mine look like donkey shit.
No.
No, I didn't bring those.
Kai brought these. He was
Mr.
just here a moment ago.
Mr.
You
Kai.
missed him.
He didn't even want me
That
to...
piece of shit that got my fucking boyfriend killed him. And then manager has to break it down for her.
Look, man, you may not understand it, but Ryu looked up to him. It was like his lost father reborn in his life.
See, this is where I got confused. I had to ask Griff. I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Is he his
Wait,
dad?
are they... Wait, is Kai his father? Because the broken English was fucking with me.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right.
Yep.
It's like he's a father figure.
It is very weird to go through your youth without a father figure. You know, you want to ask...
I know firsthand.
Yeah, I know. We
Yeah.
both do. It's like you want to ask your dad about... You want to reflect with your dad about all these things. We're just so lucky that me and Murray... We were never fucking sheep. We were always just like, I'm doing my own fucking thing. I'm wearing a corduroy every goddamn day.
Right.
You know? And Murray's just... Get a goddamn mesh net up there. Like, we just never broke stride. We're lucky, though. We're lucky.
Yeah.
It's
We went
hard.
our own way, as a lot of incels say.
I'm
But
not-
we really did it.
I'm not to say I'm into this whole fucking Christian fashionist version of, like, the nuclear family, but it is good to have a dad in your life. Fucking
It helps. Unless, well, I mean, we know people who would be probably better if their father wasn't in their lives. So, I'm not gonna say anything.
That's a good point, too.
So,
Yeah.
it depends.
Yeah, it does.
But anyway, yes, he breaks it down. This guy, Kai, was like the father figure that he needed in his life.
Yeah. And so we see the two of them actually having a nice calm
It calms
prayer.
her down.
Yep.
Kai's still drunk as fuck.
Stumbling around. It's nighttime. He sees a tall staircase, and he's just like, oh,
He's literally at the bottom of stairs.
yeah. He's like, I'll climb Everest in a minute here. I got to get my wits together. And then we see a silhouette forming at the top of the stairs, and it's Millie. And she shouts down to Kai, is this really you? Are you my man?
She actually spoke good English.
Oh, you're right.
Excuse me.
Is
She
this-
spoke English well. I scolded you
You did griff.
earlier.
You did the griff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our audience would have told me about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she shouts down to him and she's telling him just like, look, man, get your shit together. You were my man's father figure, and he wouldn't want to see you this way. I don't give a shit. I still blame you, but I want to see you be better. Melania Trump said that. Be better.
Yeah. And it worked because he crushes that beer bottle in his hand. Somehow bloodies his knuckles, crushing it in his hand.
Yeah, so in his palm, he crushes it. His knuckles start bleeding for some reason.
Next morning, back to training. He's doing it all. Fucking got the fucking metal sandals on. Jack is there helping him do the splits.
He's just like, yeah, I'm here to help. And he's just eating. I don't know where he got these hoagies from. They shipped them in. Maybe he brought a whole briefcase back.
Maybe that's why he's there. Besides to have sex with children, and besides to mock Kai, he's there to open a hoagie restaurant in Asia.
That could be interesting.
First hoagie and Hong Kong hoagies.
Like Hong Kong Phooey?
Hong Kong hoagies. Gonna fill your tummy up.
We already trademarked it. By the time you're hearing this, we have trademarked it. Merman Productions owns the rights to Hong Kong hoagies.
Because we'll add one more sandwich shop to the world. That's what we really need. One more
God
sandwich
damn
shop.
it! There's so many fucking sandwich shops.
Now it's hard. Like fuck, even I'm food incompetent, and I can make a sandwich for fuck's sake. It's just 2 pieces of bread and some
But
shit
if
in
it's
the
like
middle.
some kind of like marinated meats and pickled peppers, all that kind
I'll
of shit.
pickle your
You got the
pepper.
time, you got the patience.
I'll
You think about
pickle your
that?
pepper. So Jack, he's eating that hoagie, and we see. But I'm liking what I'm seeing because I'm like, he's outside, nature.
This is exactly. We never get to see the reverse here. He is training himself the same way he
Of course.
trained
Yeah.
Ryu. That is beautiful. That is something I don't think we've ever seen in one of our fucking stupid movies.
Cut back to what is Chong Li up to? Why, he's training all right.
Science nerd! You're gonna fucking lose.
Treadmill, he's got the fucking Chuck Norris.
Elliptical.
What's the Chuck Norris thing? The
Oh shit, I can't remember it either. Leverman 2000.
Thigh Master.
Thigh
It's
Master.
all technology.
He's watching Denise Austin tapes. What the fuck?
So I'm thrown off because I immediately go, he has no chance. He has no chance.
Yeah.
Because he's not in nature. That's where
That's
you
right.
get your power.
This is why it's blood sport with a little bit of fucking Rocky 4 mixed in. You got the spouses telling their man they can't do it. You got the training montages, dueling in nature, in science.
Going back to forth, nature, science, nature.
This is the moment I was telling you about.
I
though.
totally missed
You
this
missed
scene.
this part. One of Kai's training maneuvers is Jack is over him with a butcher knife. They've got the chop block in front of him. He's putting his knife and pulling it back as Jack is trying to cut him, apparently. I don't know what that teaches, but whatever.
Then we get a super, super long scene of Kai in a steel mill. We're seeing molten metal. I'm like, holy shit, he's going to dip his hands in molten steel
Yeah.
and bring them out and
Well,
make like metal gloves or
At
something.
the beginning of the movie, we saw the guy for the Kumite, the trials. He bobbed for charcoal and molten lava. I thought he was going to toughen his face by doing that. Because he does absorb a lot of blows later in the
there's
movie.
like a little cart that I guess they carry the steel in, and he's just letting it pound his stomach, his abs.
Which we did see him work on the abs with Ryu, too.
Yeah.
So this is
And
part
his
of it.
abs are bleeding, the fucking shirt's shredded, but he's like, ugh, he's taking them. Meanwhile, what's Chong Li doing? He's doing a presser.
This was one of the greatest Bolo scenes I've ever seen.
Bolo chilling in a tank top that says His Grace on it.
Oh, my God.
Mirrored shades.
I'm
two
working on
babe on each side.
Oh, he's got 5 babes lined up.
And they're asking him, what's going to happen? Are you nervous about the next fight? What happened with that Ryu character?
I didn't kill a guy. I am a good man. I sent him a card.
Back to Kai, running up a hill. He's playing that fucking Kate Bush song. We see Snake just chilling in a pool, swimming. babes are drying him off.
Dude, he gets out of the water. I got to give it to Bolo. 87. This chick that comes out to dry him off.
This is 89.
89. Excuse me. Thank you.
Yeah. Or 88. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, either way.
I don't know how long Kai is training, how long he was drunk. I don't know.
That's a good point. He's going Ric Flair about this training.
Yeah.
Kamikazes everywhere. This girl comes out. She's got that fucking huge head of curly hair. We're both loving this.
It.
But she also had ass hanging out of her little swimsuit.
Yeah, for an Asian woman, she had decent ass.
And that's where I think that Bolo actually introduced the world to, a thicker lady.
And this is the problem, Griff. I've felt it myself. Ass weakens you.
Yes.
It steals your chi. Just looking at a good ass will steal your chi.
It will.
Let alone getting all up in it.
It absolutely will.
So I'm worried for fucking Chong Li.
What are we doing with this movie? We're worried for Chong Li.
We're telling the people we're telegraphing that Kai's going to win already.
Right. For sure, because this woman is dabbing him. A second woman comes over to help dab him. He puts on his aviators, and there's multiple women. There's 5 women dabbing him. Now, there's a woman dropping grapes into his mouth from a high height. It's like, wow.
Kai, on the top of that mountain that he climbed, doing his katas. Why? There's like a rock that's just sweating water, and he's like licking it.
Yeah, this is like a scene out of a fucking Jodorowsky movie at this point. It's like, what the fuck is he doing? And that's why Bolo doesn't know what he's going up against at all.
And then we see the calendar. All the days checked off. The 11th is 2 days away. Yeah, they're going to have the final fight on our birthday, Griff.
3/11/89.
They're going to get down. I don't know the rest of that song. All right. Now we're where we were at in the beginning of this fucking story. We're back at we're seeing the fight with fucking Raja fighting Chong Li.
And, of course, we saw that he got the boot print to the chest. So we're seeing Snake finish him off with nothing. Just fucking leg drops him, tosses him over, kicks him in the nuts, side kick, spits in his face, still missing that patch of hair.
Right. All right.
Now we're doing the big build-up for the big match.
Backstage, we see Chong Li kneeling down over some bottles, and he's got it sigh, and he's just slowly breaking them
He's
off.
surrounded by people in the audience, and he's just like, da, 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 da,
well, no, they're backstage when they're doing
He's
this.
barely backstage.
Because we see Kai getting ready,
You see him through a leg, like a sea of legs. I'm serious, man. It's fucked up.
Crashing it up. All right, time for the fight. We're cutting to it. We're getting right to it.
Even though he's the champion, Snake's the first man out.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you want that. You want to intimidate your opponent.
Oh, okay. Because he comes out to a huge fanfare.
He does the fucking blood sport move where he's playing the air drums.
Yep.
And then he rips out a scream that would make Howard Dean shed a tear. And we're like, holy shit, maybe we were wrong. Maybe he is ready for this fucking fight.
That's right.
And then in the crowd, Chong Li, Chong Li, Chong Li. And then he just stops them. And then Kai comes out. Did you notice Kai is wearing the hobo pants that Kyle Reese had on in Terminator? He's wearing, I guess he wanted to remember the past year where he came from. So he's wearing piss-stained hobo pants.
Dude, I'm glad you brought that up. There were so many details. Guys, this is why we complain about modern movies. We just watch Beekeeper, so we can say this very altruistically.
Even Stewart, our buddy Stewart, not the character Stewart, hates the Beekeeper. And that guy can find something positive to say about almost everything.
Since he has an eye behind the scenes, unlike us. We've never directed anything. We've never written anything. Well, commercials we've done.
Yeah.
But Stewart obviously has a better eye for it. He's like, this movie is so fucking bland and boring. And that is where we cut the difference. We look at this movie and we're like, there's so much behind every outfit, every costume. The towel ladies that Bolo has, I'm like, there's stories behind that without saying much. He's wearing those fucking awful pants, and you're just like, he's remembering where he came from.
Right. And speaking of remembering where you came from, Chong Li pulls out the magical headband. And he fakes that, goes to put it on his head, and like, nope. Puts it around his waist.
Loosely.
Loosely.
Do you remember how he did it in Bloodsport?
I do not.
Thigh.
Oh,
Or
he
on
did.
the
He Condried
thigh.
it.
Yeah.
Little Dennis Condrey move.
That's right. He did it right around the thigh. Because he loves his thick thighs.
Yeah, and that's where he's going to kill you. He's going to give you a thigh kick.
Yeah, he does like the knees, so.
So we're like, oh my God, the ultimate disrespect to Kai.
But this is old school how Kai comes in, too. Like old school wrestling. The fans are on him, and they're shoving Kai around. They're like, go get fucked by Bolo, bitch.
we see the crowd. We see Susie. That woman at the beginning. It's Susie with Mr. Cunningham.
That's his ex-wife, yeah. She's just there to see her man get the fuck beat out of him.
Her ex-man.
Ex-man.
Fucking Millie's there. She's watching as well. We see Kai walk out. Everyone's like clowning on. They don't believe in fucking Kai. You're old news, Kai. We're all about Chong Li. And then fucking Millie sees the fucking Ryu's headband as a belt.
We went into a loop there.
And she is like, that motherfucker. I hope Kai kills this guy.
Yep.
Now for the fight.
All right, Kai foaming at the mouth. He's so ready.
He
for
does
this
that
fucking
later.
Fight.
He does that later.
Oh, okay.
Literally. Chong Li is moving in fast. He's landing a bunch of knees. He puts him in the Muay Thai clench. He's hitting knees. He's punching Kai. Kai is doing Iraqi. He's eating everything that fucking Chong Li is giving him. And the audience loves it. They love that blood. They love that blood fight.
Yeah, and of course, we saw this in Bloodsport too. They love the safe bet, and as a
Right.
gambler, this is of course you do love the safe bet. So the audience going crazy for Snake, cuts them off again, and he's like looking over at Kai, who's starting to pull himself up again, and I might have even gone too far with this. Is there something in between here?
It's just fighting, dude.
It's just fighting.
Yeah.
So he's standing
But
over. He's standing over Kai.
Chong Li's dominating, clearly.
Yeah. So he's fiddling with that belt, standing over Kai, like, come on, get up here.
But I
fuck
will
with me.
say, he's taking Kai seriously, and then he's not drunk this time.
Oh, no, he did not drink this
Yeah.
time. That's a good point.
In fact, he also was setting up something for later on, because in case he needed to use it, which
Right.
he does.
Right. Well, we already talked about that.
Because we also have to point out, Chong Li is wearing sleeveless gloves.
Which he never
Did
wore.
he kill Stewart and take his sleeveless gloves for a trophy?
Oh, my God. This movie has more depth to it than anything I cared about in The Beekeeper
Yeah.
already. Oh, my God. Good question. And so Kai manages to get back up, only to get beat fucking silly again. He's foaming at the mouth. This is the part I jumped to. And just taking blow after blow after blow. And he's knocked down to the ground again. And that's when Kai's on the ground and he's going into concussive daydreams and he sees Millie
Right.
telling him, "Is this really how you want it to go?" She's got the normal voice. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's so long. So long.
We're in the home stretch.
She gets the encouragement out there, and of course, that's what gets Kai fucking ready. And you know what? He stands up, and he fights the fuck back.
Doesn't he look at Chong Li and see like double? Like, isn't there some scene where like
I didn't know.
it was in one of the fights that happens. I don't know if it's this one, but yeah, he gets up and he knocks fucking Chong Li down right near the edge. The edge he wanted to be knocked down.
That's right. So Kai's getting his comeuppance. He's going to the crowd and like, yeah, let's get it going for me. And he's thinking that, Snake really needs a minute because that blow was hard. But no, Snake's working his knuckles into that corner. He's got no honey. He's got no fucking glue, as we saw again in Kickboxer.
He just has a pair of sleeveless gloves.
Yep, dry-ass
Maybe
gloves.
Stewart's greasiness got on those gloves.
Maybe.
Because he just grinds them into the glass, making them adhere. You think to adhere, they'd be going into his skin, but maybe he's that much of a badass.
Right. So he gets back up, and Kai starts just pummeling the shit out of Snake again. But we're like, wait, Snake's got a sneak up his sleeve. And so after he's taken blow after blow, he finally blocks one pro wrestling style, and Kai's blown away by it. He's like, "You stopped that?" And then the nut comes across his face and digs in.
So, I mean, So what? I mean, it would hurt. Yeah, it would make you bleed, but I don't think it would make a punch any more devastating. I mean, I don't know.
So Kai gets fucked up by this, but he's got Millie in his head now.
Somehow all the glass must have went into Kai's face because he gets punched again and he's not bleeding anywhere else on the body.
It turns into a Rocky movie. They are just exploding on each other back and forth, roundhouse to the fucking noggin, and they're still standing. Just
no
constant.
selling like motherfuckers.
No selling like motherfuckers. And then finally Kai hits Snake with a double roundhouse. Then tries to go for the move he taught Ryu. The fucking flying Kenshiro skull crusher.
And he's got Chung-Li down. But he remembered what he scolded Ryu about. You do not fight for revenge.
That's right.
And this is nothing like Bloodsport, which the exact same thing happened, where he shows Chung-Li mercy.
That's right.
He's like,
he was standing over his back,
right.
Pulled his head back, could have snapped it.
And he's like, you're gonna have to live with that choice you made of having a snake tattoo on your forehead.
That's right.
And so he walks out. He gets that respectful clap from the audience.
Reclaims the headband.
Grabs it. Susie is like dripping wet.
That's right. She's looking over like, oh my god. This woman had terrible English, pronunciation and everything. We don't blame her. Second language.
Yeah.
But her facials were perfect because she's looking over that man like, oh fuck. So we hear that classic, I'll suck your dick. She's really trying to get back into bed with him.
And because she said that, she's going to be working at Kroger again because her husband ain't putting up with that shit.
No, he's not.
Even Jack, after just sodomizing a 12-year-old, sheds a tear.
That's right.
He has no mercy for this kid. He fucking destroyed their life. But he's like, yeah.
It would be in Jack's world to be like, I respect this man who could easily kick my ass, but this defenseless girl that I just fuck, yeah.
We don't know if it was a girl. I don't know what Jack's into.
Oh, okay. 12-year-old.
Cut to credits. But we get, much like the Marvel movies, I think this inspired the Marvel movies.
They did it during the credits.
Yes,
Marvel's here's 5,000 hours of credits and then 1 second scene.
We just see Kai ready to leave Hong Kong. What the fuck?
Susie wants him back. Please, you heard me. I will suck your dick.
Millie, who's like working at her job at a boutique, sees him. He's got the fucking bag. He's got the little hobo bundle.
That's right.
Walks off into the sunset.
That's right, guys. That's how Griffiths in July ends. We're walking off in the sunset with our bindle.
You know, Griff, I teased you all month. I hate you for making me watch Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I know.
But
I hated it too.
Everybody, I want you to give Griff his flowers.
Thank you, please.
Because he gave us variety.
Variety.
We didn't do the same old. We didn't do just martial arts movies. Now you know how hard it is.
It's so fucking hard. It's also what's really hard is to keep your focus. Because as I started looking for movies, I was like, this could be good, this could be good, this could be good.
That's true.
But at the same time, you want to be able to just tease it out a little bit. Like, is this actually something we'd have fun with? That was the hard part.
Right. So, round of applause for Griff.
Thank you.
And now, give me the steering wheel back. I'm taking over. Back to Daddy, where it belongs. Griff, we just did a tournament movie, but we're going to do... We did an underground tournament. We're going to do an above ground tournament.
We're going
in the
above board.
Spirit of the Olympics.
You said this one was above board.
No, it wasn't. In the spirit of international competition, we are going to do a movie where it's Korea. I'm still shady about which Korea it is. It just says Korea in the notes. I'm guessing it's North Korea.
Oh, okay.
But it just says Korea in the summary I read.
Okay.
Versus America in a little Taekwondo competition. We're talking about the movie Best of the Best, starring. We're actually going to see Eric Roberts in a babyface role, Griff, rocking the sweetest Nang Chen ponytail you've ever seen this side of Seagal. So tune in for Best of the Best next week because you're going to get the best of the best. That's me and Griff. And as you've wanted to hear for the past month, keep it warm.